tunjukkan skillmu ye. Timingnya.
Jelek banget timingnya, Cuk.
Dips around, the movement's gorgeous, and Pancada is
Tembak.
just hemorrhaging
Oh,
blood.
udah,
He's gonna get
Nggak
out
ada
of there.
no time,
That's
no time.
more than enough done for Ye.
No time.
Big round for Optic.
3-0, yes. Menang.
Timingnya dia ngeliat ke kanan, anjir.
Anjing timingnya ye. Busuk banget.
Another Red Bull clutch.
How many we had so far?
Kriketan
There's
nih.
been 3 rounds.
Right,
There's been 3 clutches.
sounds good to me.
Iya.
Coming right down to the wire here.
Remaining.
Like the Pancada even survives this here.
Alright, man.
What a readjustment.
Anjing
Gue penasaran
ngeflicknya.
itu berapa kali geser mouse dia?
Gak tahu.
biar
He's got a
biar
gun in his hand.
90 derajat kayak gitu, Cuk.
Satu arena kali dia mau nengok doang.
At this point, anything else, it's
Satu
seems
mousepad.
like he's far too good at this game.
Bukan Jack. Dari teman ke teman yang ujung ini.
Ya.
Iya.
Kena sendiri lu.
Gila, enggak emang kayak gitu timingnya.
Flash.
Why is their stinger so much better than mine?
Kan memang walaupun dia nggak ngeliat dia kayak memang kena flash gitu, cuman kan cuman sebentar banget.
Yeah, he smells something.
There's something wrong in the showers, man. It ain't looking right.
I think he was actually spamming on the core.
Wah, timingnya jelek.
Re-aggressing back onto hookah.
Double back into this.
Nice pick, nice
pick. Lihat ye aja tuh.
CTA's patience pays.
Satu lagi tik, ajak tik.
And this buy that wasn't meant to be much, to be fair, for Loud did do
Lari
a lot of
langsung
damage
itu,
on
lari
Victor, but it
langsung
does seem
itu.
as though, again, we've seen
Nggak
that
bisa, guys, nggak
composure
bisa
from
menang,
Optic.
guys.
This
Lari,
is
guys.
what you want to be seeing, though.
Safe,
Keep
safe,
control
safe.
of these early moments, these
Aku
early
bilang kalah
rounds.
Ya,
nih
Star.
laut ini,
You
ada
know
si
that Loud
Ampas.
have that capability to go late
Ampasnya
game.
siapa?
Flash.
The flash
Tuh,
comes
Ampas.
back.
Sadak ini.
Aspas.
Aspas, anjir.
Oh ada.
Paling atas.
He's already got
Crazy.
tons of space to work
Kenapa
with.
namanya Aspas jadi Ampas, Cuk?
Gets even deeper. The Sadak, he's reading it. He knows. Ye is somewhere
Spike planted.
lurking back over towards A site.
Ah,
Yeah, he's
Awan
got the
tadi.
info now.
awan. Bye-bye. Dar.
Ketahuan
Killer in
sudah.
the shower. And Optic makes it 4. I gotta say,
Wih,
it's
Ayo,
so
Optic.
good.
4-0, 13-0 Optik. Let's go.
Apakah
Shifts
13-0?
away for all the other, I guess, essentials to fall into place.
Loud are undefeated in bind cross stage
Actually, look
2.
at that statistic as well. Talking about it being
Lah,
a
padahal Loud
Salutnya
undefeated padahal.
Loud,
Tapi
undefeated
kalah di
combined
sini.
across stage 2 and champions 5-0. Obviously noting
Belum,
that
Mas.
previous matchup as well.
Belum. Ini map Optic kan?
They have to answer back here.
Yeah.
Ya, Hari.
You've seen glimmers
Oh, mereka berhak milih mapnya sendiri-sendiri.
with the previous
Gantian.
Victor off.
Gantian.
Well, now actually Optic going to adjust away from that.
Nanti kan dia pertama pilih map Loud, satu Optik, nanti Loud lagi Optik. Nanti yang terakhir itu random decidernya. Terus masing-masing kasih band 2 map. Band 1 map, sorry. Ini kan best of 5.
Band 2 map main di map mana tuh?
Masing-masing dikasih band 1 map. Kalau best of 3 masing-masing dikasih band 2 map.
Biasanya sih best of 3 ya, enggak tahu. Ini best of 5. Mungkin karena final kali ya.
Final best of 5. Kalau group stage best of 3.
No confirmed information on the setup just yet.
Once again, left to his own
Jauh
devices,
itu.
the Flash will
Actually
Burungnya.
did not
Burung apa tuh,
be the
Gan?
way that he was here, so
Burung
might be
puyuh.
able to find some value from this lurk eventually,
40 detik 40 mereka belum entry ya
but
guys.
kind of
Nyantri-nyantri
side,
dulu bro katanya.
posturing on short here and looking to get
30.
back behind that
Pur
Ya, satu.
dulu.
information from Victor. Leave FNS.
9 nah udah mulai panik nih.
It's
Nyebur,
only 25 seconds. They actually resort back towards
Kita
it.
Ciluk bah.
Panik.
Wih.
Gila.
Apa lagi?
Sempet
Dua.
Ulti.
Gila yuk. Salut nih operator ininya kameranya.
Sempet kah?
Sabar. 4 detik berapa second tadi?
Anjir.
Gila.
Themselves on the board. Just when the Vipers bit comes out there, you think Optic are going to be able to
3-0,
set up,
ayo lah,
strangle
3-0.
behind that
Zone.
plant. FNS looking to
3-0.
slip
Baca
out,
telur.
just
Oh.
take advantage of that
Oh
timing.
ini.
Catch a kill when it's seemingly Sadak solo here. A beautiful pinch and Yeah, actually knows
Terus si
it.
ulti ya, race si ulti panik sih itu kan.
17 jam lagi tuh, Cak.
Optic can't recover,
Oh
can't
enggak,
act
itu
upon that
ternyata
information.
ini streaming kemarin. Ini 17 jam lagi.
But
Kaget.
that's just the first.
Terkaget-kaget lihat.
Minat
Ultimate's
perempuannya
coming online
kecewa.
now for Loud.
Ya,
Seekers.
sayang
Ya.
sekali.
Vipers pit of
Gak
their
bisa
own.
ku kentotin tuh player satu.
Aduh.
Let's get that down in Ukraine, but Optic switching things up a little bit. Their early round positioning. Default spread.
Anak asem.
Orang lagi lah ya Kasya.
Enggak, selalu dia optik kalah makanya dia begitu. Sebelum nilai ya.
Oh.
No, optik. No.
Yang pistolin lagi.
No, optik.
Ya, gelapnya, gelap babai.
Selamat.
Mati.
Ya,
Kena ayam, kena burung, kena anjing.
Semua binatang kena deh.
Yeah, and that's actually
Kena ayam, kena burung, kena anjing.
huge kill from Pancake.
Kena mental terakhir deh, Cok.
Terzolimi oleh hewan.
Kena mental deh terakhir.
Dianya ngomong kenapa harus saya ya Allah.
Langsung keluar meme, kusahkan semuanya.
What can Now do with this now? Two strung together.
Ampuni Baim ya Allah.
Keputusan efek kusrahkan.
Guardian. Oh, there's a rifle, a judge for Victor. Well, he's gonna look double satchel.
Ekonomi langsung rusak.
Langsung diundi. Biar gak masuk.
Itu anjing.
Wah, gila sumpah anjir. Arena racun banget aja.
Woi, anjing siapa tuh? Wah, nggak ketahuan. Gawat. Anjingnya lewat, Cuk.
Ini ketahuan ini dari pojokan.
Iya, ketahuan sudah. Wah.
Oh, shotgun.
Mati dah lu.
Mati.
Anjing udah mati, Cuk.
Sampai lu.
Yo, ini asik nih.
Terus guys. Yang mana tadi bang anjing tuh bilang? Mana tadi bang anjing itu?
Udah mulai main rank, Cak? Belum.
Anjingin tuh guys, anjingin guys. Anjingin tuh si Aspas guys, dasar Aspas ampas.
The ITL here from FNS, reading that Viper's pit is up, Victor immediately gets behind it. They can create so much pressure. I mean, Less is faced there with either letting it completely expire or challenging.
Nungguin apa
Victor's
ya?
done so well.
Aku mau save Phantom ini guys, katanya. Guys, aku mau save Phantom guys. Yang penting.
Jangan lu lawan anjir, clutch. No ace.
Like I said, this
Kamu
was
keluar dari
a
laut.
slight investment, but it's going to be a big boon to the economy. Look at what's carried out of this
Full
round.
hit lagi semua.
Had the upgrades. Still have the
Heal.
showstopper.
Mundur. Ayo, optik semua pasukan mundur.
It's only two for Loud. Optic, I think an opportunity to potentially apply a bit of
Optics.
as well. A slight force
Tuh,
up.
sudah terkumandangkan lagu optik guys.
Juara dunia tahun 2021-nya siapa?
Optik.
Optik.
Oh. Nah, kalau si Tens itu masuk mana?
Sentinel.
Victor away from Luka there. Applying a bit of
Udah kalah dia, Bang.
pressure towards A-side.
Sentinel menang kualifikasi pun kagak sampah Sentinel sekarang tuh.
Semenjak Sinatra keluar.
Sinatra sama Joms kagak main.
Potentially keep those three Loud members locked onto A site. A much quicker peel away from this setup out showers this time around. Sassy with great reactive utility here. Nothing noted on short.
Timnya sekarang gue nggak tahu siapa Sentinel tuh. Timnya siapa tuh.
Masih Ten sama kaptennya sama satu lagi.
Azam.
Azam kaptennya kan.
Ya. Kalau Shazam tahu sama.
Si kesukaan gua tuh si Sada tuh.
Careful here. Actually a trade-off.
Sama gue suka ngeliatin dia.
Itu burung itu atau meledos sendiri ketika ketemu sama orang gitu?
Pencet.
Nggak, dia pencet.
Oh.
Kalau dilepas ya dia bakal terbang terus. Itu kadang-kadang buat nipu tuh. Orang balik badan sebenarnya nggak meledak gitu. Padahal kita maju.
Dah belakang yang kena.
Tinggal Sachi.
Tinggal
Sachi mundur. Mampus.
They're really running out of options here, and I think
Balik
Line
lagi.
up tadi.
Settle for it here. It's another
Oke
one
guys,
down.
aku save lagi ya guys.
Nge-save terus, Cok. Load.
Nothing
Loud,
left here. I
loud.
mean, that's best on 2300, but
Tidak berani mereka.
Si Y ini mainnya Kang Bokong ya?
The light shield.
Enggak deh kayaknya.
Enggak kan?
Enggak, anchor dia, anchor.
On the X-ray though.
Dia yang tukang ininya.
Towards holding onto these rifles.
Tukang apa?
You noted it.
Dia yang tukang bawa tim masuk, tim dah masuk dia yang tukang nahan.
Perfect timing and optics.
Nahan belakangnya atau...
Ya, nahan belakangnya. Anchor.
They respect the showstopper. They back
Okay.
away all the way into elbow, but like I said, the Seekers aren't dealt with early enough. They have the perfect information.
Pokoknya begitu tim masuk dia langsung ke backside gitu atau masih nahan apanya tempat musuh bisa entry.
Ton of damage onto the second.
the overspill almost negating the round completely at that point. It's like,
Kenapa ya?
might as well back from this and
Dulu
gotta say it, we
gamer tuh kayaknya nggak dihargai banget, Cok. Sekarang jadi
where this could be
mata pencarian anjing.
towards Louds and
Iya.
This could now start spiraling while we're seeing
Wah.
Mampus,
great
mampus.
blows at the very beginning.
Yeay,
Sassy
kena
fight
sniper.
back towards
Yeay.
Apparently they're still just gonna power on through F&S.
Tuh, gue ngajarin dia tuh,
Towards the
sniper
side of
nembak
Pancada,
dulu.
left in no man's land. He makes it his own, tries to find the fight and loses.
Oke, Ken.
Victor reigning
Oke,
supreme.
okein aja dulu deh.
Nasi Bogan. Nasi Bogan.
Powerful. The other two players really considered quite quick.
Wah, mereka nggak nyangka nih kena flank nih, mereka nggak nyangka. Karena dari tadi kan ini.
Kena lur.
Eyes go towards Optic and how clean they can convert this post plant.
Nggak ada yang jaga flanknya lagi.
Ini
Oh, ada
nggak ada
Riz.
Utility
Ada Riz.
available, but
Oh,
Us.
anjing, Ferrari pick cuk.
Can opener there, isn't it? This is on the case.
Nih snipernya nih. Lu ngintip you die.
This is the time you can see this, unless sadly
Langsung ganti headhunter.
Try and hunt
Set.
on out here, but I think he's very much
Oh.
wide.
Iya.
Oh.
Yeay.
Through standing, still moving forward well enough to build up their funds here. They're starting to get towards maxing out.
Kepalaku rasanya cenut-cenut ngeliat.
You ngintip you die kalau dia udah pegang sniper.
Maybe close out as best they can in
Set.
this half if allowed.
Dah.
Sitting on 2 rounds is not
Acunya.
enough. Now, we already noted this is setting up bad.
Ya, 11.90 sama aku lah ya Mas Abi ya.
But I think this is one, an elevated
Last
uptick,
minute.
and two,
Oh, tempo
have
muerto.
that same impact this
Time
yeah,
out.
the difference is we're seeing
Bagaikan
Seekers
langit dan inti bumi.
Olah.
Nah, makanya 11.90 bukan 11.12.
back of early round information. Actually, this previous where Loud looked to take away.
Gak lama, 11-12 lama.
It's a 1-for-1. It doesn't really favor the defense.
Itu 12-nya pangkat berapa tuh?
They have the numbers behind that opening engagement to just exploit.
Awang ngomong gitu
So
loh.
I'm really looking for Loud to kind of
Deket banget Cok, monitornya sama mata Cok.
sound crazy against a team like Optic
Coba
where they
aja,
are a
coba
very
aja.
slow burn
Mungkin
team.
itu kunci,
If
Cak.
you don't give them an opportunity, they will go hunting for it.
Gak iso Cok.
Loud
Sumpah aku
has to slow the tempo.
nyoba monitor segini aja ya, coba ya aku deketin ya.
continue discussing options.
Aku main segini aja. Ini rasanya mataku udah kayak kero Cok rasanya Cok.
Couple more seconds to re-mull it over, but gotta say as well,
Berarti harus
no one really has
Sony
a highlight
in
game
zone.
Loud, or at least it was map.
Aduh, apalagi itu Cok.
Sony Inzone mah jelek.
Fundamentally,
Nah ini
Optic
sponsornya.
world class.
Jelek itu Sony Inzone.
Between Yaaa and Marv doing extremely
Buktinya itu
well.
sponsornya tapi yang dipakai
Tapi lo pakai
BenQ.
BenQ.
Gimana dong Mas?
It's not like one player is
Oh,
very
kan
good.
gue Inzone.
Your chances, but
Iya sponsornya
yeah,
itu,
as it stands
cuman
out,
yang
I
dipakai
think
band.
three finals,
Oh.
this time out, hopefully
Numpang iklan doang.
the catalyst to get back
Bayarnya beda Mas.
a little bit of room, right? Do
Big
something.
adjustment here. That's the
Terus
operator.
Apa ada
Selamatan.
City nih Mas?
Tapi
Akhirnya dijaga
biar
dulu.
BenQ nggak dikeluarin Mas, Cak. Sama sekali nggak dikeluarin.
Yeah,
Actually,
terrified
previously, Loud looked
this.
great for
Ini ngintip nih, ngintip nih.
but yeah, he's creeping on the angle.
Tuh.
Out there.
Time
Yeay.
He does. Every
Dengan
time
Ayin
seems
nih.
so much longer, and these players are so damn good.
OP
That's
Ayin.
Aspas, by the way. Yaaa looked like he had an eternity to shoot towards.
Uh,
Now they
Sungguh
can
anjing
proper
tau kan.
stilling the nerves there. Could have been a punishment, but no, they actually get to keep their lives. Didn't get to gap close in time for Sassy.
Now you give Optic time to
Nah,
set
ini
up
nih,
behind
ini
that
nih.
first
Si
line.
Sada ini sok mau ngekat nih. Vines, sabar Vines.
He hasn't.
Sabar Vines. Orang sabar disayang Tuhan Vines.
That's what you gotta hope for.
Vines.
And
Oke.
Iya.
Ketahuan. So finding some value, even if not much. So We look to where this now
bilangnya
swings.
tadi
and
kalau
it's
lempar
back
aku
towards
anjing
Sarsi.
It's so early though.
Kena kau anjing kan? Kena anjing, kena ayam.
Sassy has to go huge here for now.
It's got a
The
little
last
bit of
man
utility,
standing.
but they're going back towards A. And now Pancada gets a shot at it. Maybe a chance to change the tone of this round. Across now made spikes on the
and the molly as well.
Oke, aku mau ulti. Si Pancada bilang, aku ulti.
Mati. Hampir, Cuk.
He's gonna take some damage from this potentially. And now saves security to the plant. Crashes gets her down and
Fit mereka udah ya, aku nge-save dulu guys.
Di-shift lagi.
Kotak bergerak tangannya tuh balik.
Ini yang tadi nembak getar-getar dia. Ayo lu, dicari lu.
Cari.
Aduh, gagal.
Kalau laut ini emang sering masuk qualifier ya. Apa semifinal gitu. Baru.
Mereka sering ini sih ketemu sebelumnya di Breakavik juga ketemu mereka di finalnya. Terakhir, iya. Optik sering masuk final mas ya, kalau Optik.
Sering
Ya,
masuk
tahun
final.
lalu aja menang.
Anjing, kali Cuk.
Ini kan VCT yang champion, kan ada VCT yang biasa-biasa itu loh Jack. Mereka sering masuk finalnya dan menang juga.
Kenapa ada VCT yang biasa sama yang champion?
Pokoknya yang champion yang
Internasional kan lah.
enggak semua internasional sih, cuma ini kayak yang finalnya gitu loh. Yang sebelumnya VCT Challenger.
Kalau Dota itu majornya. Kalau Dota majornya, kalau ini TI-nya gitu loh.
Ini intinya kelas kabupaten sama kelas kota, nah gitulah istilahnya.
Cuk,
Ini yang prize pool-nya gede gitu loh mas ya. Ini yang prize pool gede.
nggak ada harga dirinya Cuk pakai bahasa kabupaten Cuk.
Dilem 2 orang Cuk, dilem tuh.
Dengan stinger
Anjing,
andalan.
timingnya Cuk. Tuh timingnya Cuk. Timingnya Cuk.
Burung.
Kasih burung.
Burungnya ledakinnya cuma sebagai bait doang. Burungnya lewat, orang balik badan, temannya masuk gitu.
Mereka nggak tahu masih ada lagi si Ampas. Oke, si Ampas bilang oke ya, aku save lagi guys.
Stinger ya guys.
Wih,
Wah, itu diambil tuh kan.
Di wallbang guys.
This is the round, man. This is the round.
udahlah ini Optik menang nih.
Terbantai.
Optik jangan jumawa Optik.
And Optic have just been, like I said, so fundamentally solid. The look at the position.
93 nih.
Belum 3.
Nah,
ini babi 93 ya.
Burung tuh macam flashbang gitu.
Iya.
Kalau meledak dia flash, tapi kalau nggak diledakin sama temennya dia nggak nge-flash.
Tadi kan nggak diledakin sama temen, cuma decoy
Ayo
doang.
Cak, kita sama-sama belajar dari para pro ini, setup, positioning, line up. Saya nembak aja belum lurus Cuk. Nembak Vandal tuh belum lurus. Belum nemu celahnya aku Cuk. Kok kita bicara itu kejauhan saya ngomong.
Line up.
ya benar juga setup positioning kan berpengaruh.
Iya, tapi kan kalau aku sudah jaga posisi, Raison jogop, ye. At least masuk-masuk atau tukar guling lah, paling pahit.
Datang lagi.
Gulingnya siapa ditukar?
Datang sumpahan.
Gulingku.
Multi dia. Mereka lagi susun posisi nih.
Udah jadi guys.
Infonya nggak dapat, jadi mereka nggak berani ngulti.
Info masih katanya.
Info masih.
Info.
Dikit lagi tuh.
Gak tahu Cuk, aku ngeliat apa itu Cuk tadi Cuk.
And yeah, he got
Golpeng
thrown
terus.
down.
Bukan neraka udah nggak jelas itu. Woi, apa ini?
Semua anjing.
And now
Ulti dikeluarin.
Semuanya.
fine.
Bukan neraka udah nggak jelas.
Victor doesn't mind, turns the flash just fine. And Aspas, the last man standing.
Tinggal dia si ampas ini lagi.
Anjing lah katanya, bangset tuh
Last
semuanya.
man standing.
He is surrounded. He is looking dead and buried.
Teman sendiri.
Down to 29 HP now.
Tembak,
Yaaa
tembak,
is
jangan
posted on this
burung,
angle.
cepet tembak.
Would need nothing short of a miracle, but Optic happy to sit in this crossfire. Let this clock tick down.
Masuk double neraka, guys.
Gila tuh tadi apaan anjir?
Nggak ngerti, Cuk. Optiknya mau masuk itu lo udah keluar semua, Cuk.
On map 2 of Bind.
Tapi dia udah lah, gue lepas gibah sama Mas aja lah.
Mark and Yaaa just had an insane half.
Nggak
Ini sih
bermain.
hoki aja.
Sometimes it's such tempered aggression.
Asli
Itu-
itu lagi kena stun.
Optic obviously being so
Itu tadi ketika semua itu terjadi, Jack, di kepalaku tuh sudah kayak forward responding, Cuk. Nge-crash kayak biasanya aku main kalau Sekering ya. Aduh, itu gimana sih?
You're right, and the flawless fundamentals
program.
hitting for Optic.
Wait, program to
The
respond.
first half here in round 2 as the analyst does.
Terbantai.
Thank
Mau
you very
close the
much,
program
Frankie.
atau
But
mau
we needed
wait
Optic
for
to
program
come
to
out
respond tuh?
looking convincing with all of the
Nah, kita lihat
disadvantages in
nih,
this best of
kalau
5 brand. How convinced do you think
Lot
they
yang
look
attack
right
gimana?
now?
This is
Iya.
one of the most convincing openings you can have to a bind map, and I think it comes down to the fact that it looks like Optic are playing with wall hacks out there. And I don't mean that literally.
Ya,
I mean that they
gitulah ya.
have done so much work on the defensive setups of Loud. They know exactly how they're holding it the right
ACS
time.
apa ya?
This has manifested itself in this head-to-head matchup between the smoke players, between the controller players of Mad and
Akurasi.
Mad is always going to be the guy
Akurasi?
who's
Posisi.
second in playing off the
Nggak tahu.
space that his team creates. And look at the difference.
ACS
in his scoreline. I
akurasi.
mean, that was 14-9 in this map because his team have had
Ya kalau main dapat berapa
such
FPS
a
nggak
good
tahu.
idea of how they want to be taking and tackling the key areas of the map on Bind on their attack side.
9
I think looking forwards though, you have to go and look back at what happened between
Wih, komentatornya
So the way that they
mau ngomong
played
apa
out
aja,
that
Cak.
kind of
Dia
run,
lagi ngomongin
how
itu
went
tuh,
into
apa
the
namanya,
attack.
kasusnya
Here is
Pak Sampo
footage
nggak
from that
selesai-selesai.
upper final. And so much of it came down to this battle on short. They jiggle you
Keren
on the
ini,
angle,
Bjorka.
push forwards, huge amounts of utility to set people up, and then they're triple facing instead of getting into the site to punish all the defenders.
Yeah, and I think that the executes have always been excellent for Loud to shut
Nggak,
down
intinya
the
mereka lagi
players.
bahas
But
masalah
in the
tadi
first
dulu,
half,
teman-teman, pada
it
ngeras
was a
masuk,
different story
yang
of
rame-rame
Optic.
tadi
They
tuh.
had done their homework, the way that they
Ya,
were playing
saya
the
nonton di
matchup
Twitch
on
karena
that
mau
attack.
klaim
I think
hadiahnya,
that this
guys.
team will come back in, learning from their
Kayak
mistakes,
hadiahnya udah
and
selesai
close
nih,
out
guys.
the
Saya udah
round. You
selesai, guys.
already
Gua
have
refresh dulu nih ya,
confidence
bentar ya,
in
ambil hadiah dulu.
your star players in Yaaa and Marv are performing at an incredible level, and for Loud, I guess the question is just how close can they push it?
Well, let's see if they can do it as I hand this back over to your casters, Pansy and Hypok.
Tuh, Coach Loud tuh. Udah ku bilang coachnya Optik tuh si Stan Anubis Jojo Bizarre Adventure anjing. Lu udah tahu kekuatan lawannya itu dia pasti menang.
There is those certain key rounds we look at Mike. But talk to me, have you seen any glimmers of hope here in this map specifically for Loud?
I'm gonna be honest, there were so few, and it wasn't
Pakai
really
TV
doings.
55 inch gitu kan, atau monitor yang segitu gedenya mungkin kan. Posisinya segini enak kayaknya, Cuk.
So many different things that just never came from that. There was never these crunches coming through that we had
Ya,
seen.
kita lihat.
Found success.
Anjing
Early
suruh
on,
keluar.
Yaaa and Marv creeping all the way
Wah,
up.
double pick.
Sleeping. Tuck him in,
Langsung
put him to
mundur
bed.
itu yang udah masuk tuh. Oh enggak, Cuk.
Come through,
Gas
the
terus
man
mereka, Cuk.
advantage here for Optic.
And the post plan's going to be interesting. Do they try and fight back for Shao?
Putar.
I feel like you have to. You can't
Kita nyerang.
unaccounted for. And doing it early,
Posisinya
that's
kebalik
quite
jadinya.
indicative
Ini
of the position.
map
jadinya
yang
tahu.
tadi apa gimana sih? Apa baru?
Masih Bind. Masih Bind.
Overpush
Hah?
towards CT.
Masih
Kan ganti posisi.
Oh,
Maca.
sorry,
Ganti
ya Allah.
posisi.
Sorry, my bad.
Don't worry about those other two that slipped the net over by Shao. They've come back around on towards short. They want to try and
Ini
clear towards
loadnya
Lamb.
ngedep
Already
lagi.
cleared
Wah,
by
mati
Pancada.
kau.
But the response is instantaneous.
Oh,
We're gonna make it happen this time. Loud, get
Okay.
things started.
Oke, nice try Optik.
Om satu bel baru nongol tadi siang nggak nongol. Iya, habis
Cuma
jalan-jalan sama
nambah
keluarga
satu
tadi.
angka.
You know Father Slugma?
3 poin nih, 3 poin.
Lagi sebelum seri.
Wow.
Tuh, Optik has 63% defensive round win
Optic
rate.
a 63% defensive round win rate. At champions here. Now get themselves on the board.
Harusnya bisa menang ya ini ya. 63% loh.
The stronger half.
Menang nih, Optik menang nih, Optik menang nih, yakin gua.
Kalau berdasarkan statistik
Lo statusnya Loud undefeatable katanya. Loud undefeatable di bind.
Undefeatable.
Iya. Belum terkalahkan di bind.
Yang itu salah tulis, harusnya optik.
Jadi kalau dia kalah nih, kekalahan dia pertama di bind berarti.
Ampas cuy. Tenoneng.
Selama turnamen gitu maksudnya mungkin ya?
Iya, selama turnamen ini.
Anjing nembak gitu ya kagak bisa, nembak lele. Pergi mati aja lah kau. Terus dia bilang, lu kira gampang anjing.
Main di bawah tekanan.
Apakah bakal balik main game kompetitif? Role play.
Lo. Ini apa ini? Lo.
Kok tukar posisi?
Oh, mereka main retake.
Ini main ML ada si Lele Selina anjing.
Mampus.
Satu RT datang gerbek. Tor.
Oh. Udah kena 4 orang.
Dia bisa lari itu sudah bagus cuk tadi cuk. Hoki seumur hidup dipakai itu tadi.
Dan dia nggak kena damage lagi. Kena deh.
Armornya nggak ada waktu kalian mau save klasik.
Ronda.
Jalannya bareng-bareng kita berempat yang nempel ya.
Ya karena dia ada nggak senjata. Iya.
Mati.
Gak nyampe.
Bubar. Tuh mati semua tuh. Mati kita ayo.
Ini paksa lawan nih, lihat nih Mas nih. Kan cari mati kan Mas ya.
Biar dapat duit ya.
Bisa semua tuh.
Jadi mereka ngorbanin nyawa biar dapat duit, biar bisa belanja.
Betul. About economic.
Itu namanya hukum ekonomi.
About economic. Makanya
Perasaan
kalau teman kaya, satu miskin, nah satunya disupport, jangan serakah.
Dulu zaman turnamen CS nggak kayak begini cuk masih cuk.
Wih. Hoki lu ye, hoki.
Second time he's fallen first, removing that second controller from this composition. Actually, removing a lot of that short control on the back of just that wall. Early flash comes through. Crashes will no presence.
Udah dapat satu, udah tenang mereka Mas.
FNS on the other side of things as well. So they're going to know that they've drifted away from A here.
Lele lagi.
Kalau kena stun gak tuh?
Udah ketahuan.
Ajar terus.
Wah, timing habis reloadnya.
Aduh, reload.
Dia tekannya tuh kayak nyetrika mousepad anjir. Cepet banget ngakoknya.
Bisa ke clutch lari juga dia.
Karena pegang senjata mereka. Ambil save. Udah, aku save dulu ya guys. Dadah katanya.
Ngeliat nggak? Gerakin mouse cuma geser dikit ya set.
Si siapa? Si Victornya?
Hah?
Ada nggak sih pro player yang DPI-nya tinggi banget?
Ada.
Siapa?
Iko.
Itu si Tens kan pernah ngeliatin siapa ya? Lagi aim lab. Sensitivity-nya mouse-nya nggak goyang plus. Kayak nggak goyang gitu loh, Jack.
Itu si 4 second.
4 second itu. Jadi si Tens lagi nontonin orang itu.
Tapi Hiko nggak bisa dibilang pro player lagi kan udah pensiun nih. Wah, kena culik. Terus habis semua.
Dengan bulldog kejar guguk kau.
Tempo muerto.
Akankah tercomeback lagi Optik Gaming di sini?
Lu kalau ini tercomeback ya Optik, lu nggak pantas jadi juara dah lu lebih baik kalah ya sana.
Cium. Oh bukan.
Bukan itu
Derek itu yang dikalahin Optik semua itu. Itu Derek lagi ketawa itu. Anjing, Optik kalah ye gini.
Aku kira kiss kamera.
Just can play itu. Langsung disorain.
Dia aja si Shroud sama si Jones aja megang ini, megang laut.
Megang siapa? Laut.
Megang laut, iya.
Ini si Slot lagi di sini Mas Cak, ini lagi nonton tuh dia.
Oh iya.
Lagi jadi caster juga.
Oh.
Lagi on stage dia.
Sama si Tarik.
Serat kalau jadi caster gimana ya? Perasaan suaranya berat-berat stand. Apa?
Bukan
flat
caster
gitu.
kayak panelis kayaknya.
Panelis lagi.
Panelis bukan caster.
Panelis. Oh iya, kamu lolos, silakan golden ticketnya ini gitu.
Yang ngasih komentar-komentar gitu, yang ya gimana menurut kamu Slot gitu. Panelis.
Soalnya si Slot kan tipikalnya orang yang bukan banyak ngomong juga kan kayaknya kan modelannya.
Lumayan deh kayak banyak ngomong.
Ya maksudnya untuk memulai kayak gini loh.
Oh, ternyata asap gitu, asap normal.
Yang gua tahu sih cuman ini tadi ya, cuman ada si Shroud sama Everett Jones doang ya. Enggak tahu sisanya ada lagi.
Itu yang satu naikin, yang satu naikin lagi, yang satu nurunin lagi, satu nurunin lagi.
Anjing adu asap mereka berdua.
Makanya tuh kan dinaikin, turunin, turunin.
Main apa sih ini, cowok?
Naikin lagi, naikin.
Turunin.
Anda begitu aja lah ya mainnya.
Apal cok posisinya di mana? Wih.
Gila.
Apa lo cok posisinya?
Dor.
Loh.
Ye, kamu mengecewakan sekali ye.
Enggak ada yang kena tuh kayaknya kan?
Kulihat si Ye
Kena satu kali.
Mati sendiri sih Ye-nya.
Asli udah mati.
Tell me how Optic of 3 alive with rifles now, and I'll tell you.
Tinggal si Ampas.
What?
What?
What the fuck? No time bro. No time. Goblok anjing.
Iya.
Itu no time geblek. 3 second, no time.
How has he turned that back around?
He shouldn't have.
I mean, you think there's like, yeah, he could have killed him earlier in the round, but he's done enough damage. He was at 35
Apa Jack? Apa yang terjadi saat itu Jack?
Apa?
Pelatihnya bilang serang anjing, serang gitu.
Kan pelatihnya nggak boleh ngobrol. Pas lagi in-game kan pelatihnya nggak bisa ngobrol sama mereka.
Enggak adalah hatinya maksudnya.
Oh.
Apa dalam hati pelatih sembunyi anjing, jangan serang.
Iya, itu. Tinggal muterin otak doang anjir.
Pegangan kepala semua cok orang-orang cok. Allah. Ya Allah ya
Orang pintar itu pasti sembunyi gitu loh, ngapain dilawan?
Iya, ngapain keluar dari kotak anjir.
Tapi kalau dia nggak pintar gimana bisa masuk final ya Mas Abi ya?
Lah, tadi aja 12-8 bisa di comeback. Gak pinter.
Pause gear ini apa maksudnya?
Apa? Technical pause apa? Karakter lu tiba-tiba keluar sendiri anjing.
Absolutely.
I didn't know any pistols or anything like that. Obviously, yeah, with the headhunter. Don't really want to talk about it again, but
that's it.
Yeah.
So it get pretty light.
Nah, mouse-nya itu ganggu kayak mouse-nya di PA-nya naik sendiri.
Itu tadi kayaknya ini keyboardnya tiba-tiba neken A sendiri tuh tadi si siapa Riz-nya tadi. Si Victor. A-nya nggak bisa dilepas, jadi dia nge-strafe ke kiri terus gitu.
Oh gitu ya Jack ya.
Ternyata tadi dia sembunyi di kotak gitu.
Ini kelas internasional, cok, hadiahnya berapa juta dolar ini, cok. Masa keyboard sampai kayak gitu aja. Bangke.
Dia megang keyboardnya kan, duh.
Main chat tab itu Jack.
Oh.
Lihat tuh
Ini keyboardnya Corsair, ini Corsair nih, tahu aku.
Ya ada depan muka semua.
Tuh Logitech yang kayak punya si Chin B, tapi yang nggak full. Ini juga sama.
Anjing deket banget, cok, monitornya Asu.
Play retake.
MVP Y, iya barusan MVP-nya Y ya, roda barusan.
MVP banget.
MVP banget asli.
Oh si Vines tuh, yang Vines tuh yang komplain tuh, si Vines tuh yang komplain.
Yang tengah itu.
Coming away from round 17, and then you get scared because Loud should then find the 8th.
I'm already seeing the scoreline being closed. I'm going to be honest. I'm seeing this getting.
Gini nih, apa namanya, gear-gearnya disediain apa gimana ya?
Itu mereka bawa sendiri.
Mouse keyboardnya bawa sendiri.
Monitor doang.
Monitor
sama
PC.
CPU.
Sama PC.
Kalau PC dia bawa sendiri sih PR juga dia.
Mouse sama keyboard bawaan sendiri.
Tempo hari dulu kan sempat ada kasusnya Forsaken India ya kalau salah ya.
Ya itu di keyboardnya.
Enggak, di mouse-nya.
Di mouse-nya kan.
Terus makro.
Ada software di
mouse-nya, ada software sheet.
Monitor
software-nya Microsoft Word XC. Iya kan? Word
Iya.
XC.
Di mana PC turnamen ada Microsoft Word ya guys.
Word XC.
Sungguh membagongkan.
Tax manager.
There is actually plenty to be talking about in this game though. We can talk about what we've seen so far. And individually once again, rolling it back.
Ternyata mereka mouse-nya pada lurus semua, cuma si Y aja yang mau hampir vertikal.
Hah? Hampir vertikal keyboardnya apa mouse-nya?
Keyboardnya.
Mouse-nya hampir vertikal tuh gimana cuy?
Nah, si Y kan mainnya kayak gitu tuh Mas. Nanti Maca lihat tuh tangannya.
Tangannya muter gitu, melingkar.
Melingkar.
Kayak meluk keyboard. Nah, itu. Kayak Igoy main tuh, nah tuh persis sudah.
What around to potentially instigate further impact? 6 to 10 now, Optic. You thought they'd had enough. You thought this was good enough to go, and you just had one of those rounds. He's starting to push up a little though.
Yeah, trying to. I mean, another
ini
tool
kalau
to try and disrupt Less's control.
Kalah ini, aduh, udah lah guys, udah guys. Aku kecewa deh, aku sedih. Tembak nih.
Aduh timing. Timingnya. Si Y ini jelek banget timingnya sumpah dari tadi.
Alam semesta tidak bersamanya, Jack.
Dari tadi loh, dari match awal banget. Kayak gitu terus.
Bau dia.
50 seconds, still a little to play with. Crashy. Seek is coming in. Now, this might stop them in their tracks. They may not hit this rotation.
Itu apa dada kayak
ultinya Sky.
Buat apa itu?
Bikin ngeblind.
Ulah telah.
Wah, kebakar kau, ha.
Lumayan dapat 2.
Jepit nih posisinya nih, load nih. Bareng Cuk, bareng. Sabar. Dikirim ke neraka.
Akhirnya si Victor.
Yang sibuk, satu sibuk cari senjata, satu sibuk entah ngapain.
Agak kita lah,
Ngecek ada OP nggak gitu loh.
Sibuk masing-masing.
Itu kalau kita, Wi. Itu kita ada OP nggak?
Ada OP nggak?
Bungkus.
Ultinya Sky itu ngejar ke 3 orang. 3 apa 5 semuanya?
3.
Auto.
Otomatis.
Ya.
Orang
Tapi ada
terdekat.
jaraknya, dia bisa ini. Kalau jauh dia kejar muter-muter terus,
Hilang.
nyampe. Ada range.
Apalagi nih?
Tempo
Muerto. Tuh ngomong dua-duanya.
Lagi menjelaskan ya.
Ambil TPS note-nya sih.
Aku sudah mengetahui kekuatan musuh. Aku tahu apa yang mau kita lakukan.
Ada league.
Ada Fate sama Jet.
Dia apa nih musuh?
Fate sama Jet. Itu Fate sama Jet.
Mau diapain? Dibawa pulang lah.
Dipajang.
Bungkus.
Pulang.
Wah, kok merah
Oke, back to match.
Let's go.
Entah kenapa gue merasa Loud akan menang seperti ini di match ini.
Aduh,
Gue juga Loud
Aduh.
megang.
Optik yang menang. Aku mau
Loud
lihat
ini
two time champion
Enggak.
in a row.
Dota aja perlu 8 kali TI baru ketemu double back to back TI champion.
Itu kan Dota, ini Valorant.
Udah 2 kali.
Gila,
Giveaway.
Oh, begit.
They note it very early on.
Gila, dia percaya kali sama timnya ya. Santai aja dia.
The two-man hold. This is where you really start looking towards the tools they have to pressure yaaa even deeper. Or some of these angles. The double swing on showers.
Oke, lurkernya udah nggak ada, katanya lurkernya udah nggak ada.
Ini mulai siap-siap lempar lele lagi dia.
Apakah kita lihat Pankada selamat, guys?
Iya, kita lihat.
Ya Allah, sama-sama tunggu-tungguan.
Tipis banget ya itunya tuh. Gila tuh. Berapa FPS?
Loh!
Just about swings around in time, they exchange information, but
Oh,
they've
Yingnya nyangkut.
Pankada only has Sassy by his side now, and yaaa repositions deeper on the angle.
Meninggal kok, meninggal kok.
Fine for Optic because they've got others standing.
Tuh tipis banget antara ini sama ini
dia
ya.
lagi kejar.
Wah, si Sadak nggak punya duit, Sadak nggak ada duit.
Operators still here, but it's two
ulti.
Oh, ekonomi mereka kalah nih.
The orbital strike, Sassy one away from the
Pakai
knife.
bulldog doang.
Tiris
Optic
ulti.
have really slowed things down now.
Musuhnya ke B, musuhnya ke A.
So much
Enak
in
banget
long
tuh.
Ya gitu, Pol, cara pasang asap, Pol. Lihat, Pol. Ada celahnya, Pol.
Walah.
Iya.
Ulti
Brimstone deh.
Wah, anjir.
Crashies diving in towards the side. You're gonna see the
Ultinya nggak
Viper on the other side.
ketembak. Gila banget.
Dar.
Sayang
Oh,
sekali.
wis
The
sayang
bullet goes astray,
sekali.
and you're absolutely right. Mark does have his ult.
Cuman
He's gonna
udah.
blast it, and it's just pandemonium. FNS gonna find Aspas trying to back away, but the 2v2.
Betul dia.
Response
Dua lawan
he's
dua.
got no, it's been adjusted. FNS has seen him. He's seen everything with this. Amar
Loh, kenapa Mas
from
Abune?
the shadows. This man is always
Bar.
That is it.
Ya,
Less
turun dan
to
smoke.
try and turn the
Menang
tides.
Optik, guys.
And he's
Udah, guys.
Menang 1-1 di
Oh,
sementara.
The best of five is back on. 13-6, Mike. That was a big performance from Optic.
Bahagia
Oh,
Ali.
man, he's just got to be the most slippery person ever. He's just omnipresent.
Sedih
Long way to go ini. Sampai pagi ini.
Performance in map 2. Against
Serius sampai pagi?
to lead the charge.
Ya kalau 1-1 gini sampai pagi udah nih. Ya minimal jam 3 lah.
Dua sama itu anjing.
Minimal jam 3.
Jam
3 gua.
Jam 3.
Ya jam 3 gua kan, bener.
Iya benar, kita jam 3 gitu.
Iya.
It was squashed decisively as well. Again, you can see
Tuh,
all
Mafia
the
langsung ke
pressure
coachnya.
drop
Lihat
again.
coach, aku bekerja dengan baik.
Lu katanya.
Throws off immediately, just
Oke, mantap
zero
Marv
emotion.
katanya.
Almost expected with that
Tenang
first
aja, kamu
performance.
besok aku kick
They
kok
managed to
katanya.
close out. Like I said, Loud. What, 2 rounds away from making it really,
Kita lagi nyari satu pemain berusia 30 ke atas.
Nanti kita sarankan namanya Cak Cop.
Ah.
Cak Cop TV, oke. Ya.
Oke.
Ini aja Indium nggak gini koneksi.
Kita kirim email berapa ya?
Gila, stadiumnya penuh.
Nulah final, cuy.
Kalau kita bisa dapat tiket ke sana mau juga nonton tuh.
Katanya tahun lalu nggak ada begini loh, karena kan COVID. Tahun lalu kosong. Arenanya kosong crowd nih.
So I mean, let's talk about Ascent being exhausting for both IGLs in terms of keeping on track with the macro element of some of these rounds. Breeze is going to be so wild.
Yeah, it's one of those that
Gile. Mana sih itu? Siapa? Srout.
Nggak tahu di mana dia. Penontonnya juga kencing tuh. Pada bubar lihat.
Berjalan.
To wrap up map 2 because now I said the map pool is unlocked.
Lagi beli itu tuh Cang Cimen.
Valorant Champion Tournament.
Wah anjay.
Ngambil sinematiknya tuh bagus tuh. Keren.
LOL. Runtera. Quadribus. Start claiming today. At Gaming.
Gaming
Prime.
Amazon Prime Game.
Mulai serius ini halo Bung. Hah. Sambil tunggu istirahatnya 10 menit kan istirahatnya kan?
Sekitar
Salah.
tak 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 tak
Gamers play better.
with
Get
high
like a
breaks.
champion. In zone. Sony in zone.
Zone.
Sony.
HyperX.gg.
/VCT.
Enak lagunya anjir. Want to True God.
Optic in 3 baby.
Mami gini pick me apa tadi tuh?
There's only optic fans here.
Let's go optic, take me home for an A. I just saw. Yeah,
Oh, you just should never pick yay.
Ngontek di mana tuh?
Hah?
Oh ini Twitternya.
Twitter yang
Yeah.
Twitternya.
Diablo Ice Cream.
How can we lose?
Statika 14.
Valorant Champion Tour. Istanbul, Turki.
Istanbul.
Ini major pertamanya.
What a response from
Oh ini di sini ini lagi di Istanbul nih.
Iya,
This
Istanbul.
series is getting very, very interesting. I'm back here with Mimi, Saisho, and
Lagi di
Brent.
Turki.
And yeah, Mimi, that's a
Nggak tahu
buy
dia
as
lagi di
well.
Turki yang
You know, the tower's just
ini dia.
chasing the cloud.
Turki yang mana?
Di daerah mananya?
Ya Istanbul anjir.
Bukan, ini di Istanbul daerah mananya itu loh, geng.
Kecamatan mananya gitu.
Nah, iya.
Gua nggak tahu sana pakai kecamatan atau enggak ya.
RT 5 RW 6.
Distriknya maksudnya geng, distriknya geng.
Aduh, udah bikin sesuatu Cak? Belum.
Iya.
Cak mau ngeranking kita harus menangin dia sekali guys.
Gak usah gampang, besok ya gak apa-apa lah.
Enggak, jadi tuh malam ini main sekali, nggak usah streaming tapi sudah kan kelar misinya.
Hah?
Udah pasti naik. Ya kan misinya kelar, daily itunya AP-nya.
Kan harus menang.
Iya, menang sekali doang. Udah.
Kan harus menang.
Iya kan menang sekali.
Kalau menang.
Kan
Pas
harus menang.
Pasti menang.
Ya itu makanya Awi kamu pasti
Menang nih. Main terus optimis geng, nggak boleh pesimis. Skillnya udah power up itu dia, sebelah nonton PCP. Nanti kayak iya dia.
Yeay.
Yeay. Harus menang.
Yeay.
Skillku tiba-tiba kayak
Nanti
Ye
aku ganti
bingung
nama
kalian.
gue. Nanti nama gua ubah jadi Pak Kuman. Yeay.
Optic's attack side set them on the right path in that.
Wah.
Yeah, and I think for Loud on their defense, we were really hyping this up that their kind of main game
Ini
plan
map
is
apa ya
hold
ini
on,
ya?
control and read
Bridge
people,
katanya.
those retakes
Breeze,
going around
breeze.
on. And Optic did a really
Breeze.
good job of not
Breeze.
giving them opportunities to lead.
Breeze, though.
Spike was always going down, but those retakes were so rare.
Map yang luar biasa.
Udah mulai kah?
Belum.
Belum, lagi bacot Maca main deathmatch kelar tuh baru selesai.
Nah, lagi main serius keadaan aja nunggu.
Takut crash lagi dia, Wi.
Takut nge-crash lagi aku, Cok. Capek banget.
Windows-nya tuh Cok, fix sudah aja. Soalnya kita yang pakai Windows 10 udah pernah mengalami itu gitu.
Iya, berkali-kali alt tab, tiap mati alt tab.
Udah lah, gak ngerti aku, Cok.
Di 11 kah?
Iya.
Aku di 11, konten gak apa-apa.
Ganti. Tris, nanti tak cop harus ganti Tris.
I'm doing good. You probably haven't heard of that
Top
team.
9
It's the
Mel.
BLR, go really deep in the trenches, but managed to get here.
Hey, we have game changers coming up pretty soon. It's going to be pretty sick. I know, you still a little process for you to get there, but you guys are looking pretty good.
Sekelas VCT tiketnya cuma kertas, Wi.
Overall, you feel pretty good about game changers?
Yang digelang deh.
Iya, gelang tiket gitu.
Tiket ban.
Itu kesenggol orang tarik ceklek. Maaf.
Anjir, itu udah gelang kayak di lago ya, anjir. Model kayak gitu.
World class girls around the planet, and I'm just super excited to play them.
Heck yeah, it's going to be
Duh,
awesome.
ini hub ini apa sih ya, Cok ya? Kesel banget.
Hilang wahana.
Lagi cuci tangan terus kena air. Putus.
Robek.
Jangan di air lah.
Let's actually break it down. What do you see right now in the game? Loud, game 1,
Apalagi Cai
Optic,
gitu.
kind of let
Ganti
that
lah
one
udah.
slip away from them. Loud picks up the win. Now
Hah?
Optic bounce back. What's your take?
I mean, I just want to
Apa?
say Preds 3-1 Optic, going in.
Okay.
Apanya ganti?
Going in, all right.
But on a set specifically on defense.
Ganti pakai apa? Pertanyaan kan itu.
Itu dia, Pak.
They were going so
Kalau
Aku-
ada udah ganti dari kapan?
Aku 2-3 bulan yang lalu aku pasang first media, Cuk. Malah kayak aduh,
Lebih parah.
Hasilnya membagongkan.
lebih parah, Cuk, masalahnya, Cuk.
Gak ada lagi kan selain di sana?
Gak ada. Nek ada udah tak ganti, Pak.
MyRap ada cuman enggak masuk.
Net nggak masuk.
Beda berapa blok doang? Satu blok.
Nggak masuk.
Beda perumahan.
Beda perumahan
Satu
doang.
blok. Soalnya satu blok.
TV kabel nggak masuk gitu.
Nggak ada.
Pakai internet satelit. Wah.
Yang PLN nggak masuk juga.
Belum. Udah aku coba tanya kan, belum masuk dia.
Di Samarinda aja baru ada bisnet itu pun nggak tahu. Udah di bagian mana aja nggak tahu. Baru ada bisnet sama IndiHome.
Sekitar itu cabang.
Belum ada yang lain.
Kantor.
Kalau ada udah aku ganti, Pak, dari kemarin-kemarin. Capek saya. Bayarnya mahal toh. Kayak begini.
We're going to send it back over to Insu to break everything down with the crew once again, and hopefully Josh doesn't talk too much.
I wouldn't take that personally. I wouldn't take that.
What, you want me to go down there and fight him? Is
Yeah,
that what you're
just-
advocating?
yeah,
I think this is the thing where people
Saya
confuse
di
it.
kalau nggak ada
Look
saya
at this
kayak
B-roll
gitu.
on the screen, it's just he hasn't gotten used
Ya
to this yet.
itulah.
We've only known him for, what, 5 years?
Maybe. I'm only going to speak in single sentences, single words.
So now we know.
Malah masa bitrate kok turun apa gimana, kok ada patah-patah. Iya nih, IndiHome lagi
Analysis.
berulah nih.
Next map, Breeze. Good map. Yeah.
Lagi butuh duit kayaknya.
Breeze.
Not split, Mimi. I hate to say. I know you were tweeting that
Habis
you
Breeze
wanted
Heaven.
to. We're going to be going
Kan
to
merugi terus
Breeze
dia.
here. How
Lah, kan
much
ya
do
lagi
you
butuh
feel
duit,
like
kan
the
aku bilang.
pendulum swings back into Lau's favor?
Honestly, potentially not too much.
Masa disuruh sini juga, Cuk.
Play this, it was against the RX, and they ended up winning 13-5 because they had fantastic ideas on their defense side, and guess what? Optic is starting on their defense side again.
Yeah,
Iya,
I think
daripada
it's
jam
really kind of
gangguan.
defined by how they play with
Maksudku gini, Mas, kalau saya mencoba sesuatu kayak misalkan internet mana gitu, itu saya yang lama nggak mungkin aku lepas dulu, Mas. Let's say kayak misalkan sekarang ini Aku pakai IndiHome. Ya IndiHome-nya nggak akan kelepas dulu. Nunggu let's say 2 minggu, 3 minggu stabil. Nah, baru kelepas di situ. Trial dulu betul. Karena kalau enggak ya aku yang sakit sendiri sih. Kalau nggak gitu.
Tapi sekarang katanya Prophet udah kayak net.
Kayak apa, sorry?
Bisnet.
Kenapa bisnet?
Kontrak.
Sistem kontrak.
Nggak ada, bisa doang yang kontrak.
Loh, kamu kalau misalkan kena sistem kontrak gitu, Pol, kamu bisa malah enak. Oke, aku siap ngikutin kontrakmu, tapi tapinya dulu. Itu sebagai barteranmu, Pol. Bisa nggak kamu jamin?
Jaringan kau tidak bagus.
Nah, pinter-pinterannya kita juga dong. Jangan mau disodorin kontrak langsung kamu telan gitu aja.
Di sini udah mulai kayak gitu di kontrak.
Nah,
kalau jaringanmu tidak bagus, saya berhak membatal dan tidak membayar semuanya.
Udah, aku waktu pasang First Media juga tak gituin. Aku beli paketmu yang mahal loh, yang speednya kenceng lah istilahnya gitu kan. Uang ditawarin, Mas, sampean bayar IndiHome berapa? Kan 700 kan. Speednya tak ada beli, tapi sampean gawe rekiku. Ya nggak apa-apa. Aku gitu. Ada biaya pemasangan nggak? Ada kalau nggak salah. Berapa ya? 500 apa ya waktu itu. Ya nggak apa-apa. Tapi naik sampai apa namanya? Nggak sesuai janjinya, sesuai janjimu. Aku juga nggak mau bayar biaya pemasangan, aku bilang gitu. Harusnya kan dibayar di awal. Aku nggak mau. Setelah hasilnya ada bagus baru aku bayar. Jadi oke ya sama orangnya. Ternyata bleset, ya udah nggak bayar aku. Dicabut lagi, tak suruh cabut. Ya bukan jahat sih, cuman ya emang udah begini.
Kan nggak jahat, itu kan hak kita.
Iya,
Nah, iya.
namanya customer.
Nah, kan kau bagus kan
Keinginan
kita,
terbaik.
kau bagus kan kita tetap pakai, bukan kita nggak pakai.
Win-win solution.
Kecuali bagus, ternyata bagus kita nggak mau pakai, lain ceritanya guys.
Aneh.
Betul.
Itu baru kita salah, kan jelek.
Dan sesuai perjanjian juga kan? Tidak ada yang salah.
Udah mau mulai nih.
Defense, they've been running double operator setups quite frequently here, and that can be a very heavy swing economy decision, because if it fails, if Loud start running big site execs and they work, then they're stuffed.
Well, we're heading to the Prime Gaming Agent Select here. You
Itu
guys
mejanya
mentioned the Jet
Secret
and also
Lab
the Cypher as
magnet
well. How do you counteract that
Secret
Cypher?
Lab
Because it has been
magnet.
really successful.
We
for them.
have actually
Bagus ya mejanya.
counteracted in their series versus DRX.
Hey.
Dirk put in the prep work and we're consistently
Apa?
Maca,
pounding
lihat
less
harganya,
on that
Secret
inside
Lab
when he was
magnet.
trying to anchor.
Berapa
He
emang?
did a great job of getting rid of that Cypher utility and shutting it
Aku
down.
lagi main,
A lot of
coy.
this setup has been shown. This comp has
Ya,
been
bentar
shown
lagi juga
numerous
mulai kan ya?
times. So if
Bisa
Jet and the team at Optic have put in the work, they should be ready for it.
But remember as well that this is Loud starting on the attack side,
Yes.
so the Chamber's
Yep,
job,
so
sorry, the
far.
Cypher's job is not going to be to
Dua
anchor a
Oh,
site. It's
Magnus,
gonna be
sorry.
to stop the
Secret Lab
aggression
Magnus.
coming out from Victor and coming out from previously when we saw Optic, we were seeing Marv flash Victor into position to try and take an early fight,
Berapa
and when
tuh?
they left
Nggak
behind
ada
Gay
dua
with
sih
an
di
operator.
sini.
So there's so many layers.
Ya,
to
kalau di
aggression.
luar berapa emang?
The question is whether Optic are actually going to play like they did against us.
I actually didn't
berapa
like
ya?
the double operator setups. I think it limited them in the retakes a
Yeah,
lot. When they
$1.
took-
Yang
they
gua
cost
tahu
away those
harganya
rifles.
I agree.
In a lot of the scenarios when they
lumayan
play on the defense
membagongkan
side. So
lah.
there are multiple looks that they could go into here, but Victor is going to be a big, I think, center focus point for me.
In that game versus
Ada
DRX, they
mungkin nambah
started out double upping,
$1
then had to move away from it.
Kalau nggak
This is a
salah sih
map where
hampir
both these
$1.000
IGLs are gonna have
kalau
to
yang
adapt as
XL.
the game gets going.
I love a big
Dolar
brain
Indo,
map.
dolar
And
Indo,
we'll
dolar
see
Singapura
what
apa dolar
happens.
US?
Let's throw this over to your
US
cast,
lah.
Ramsey and Hypok.
Belilah yang
XL-nya $1.000. Itu yang mereka pakainya XL gitu.
And I think it would be a miss if we said
Aku daripada
this
beli itu
doesn't
mending
sit
buat
in
beli
my
RAM,
mind
cuk.
towards
RAM
that.
dan
This
lain
would be
sebagainya
one of the better
SSD,
maps,
cuk.
I think, in their pool to be
Untuk
going
sekarang.
against
Satu
with,
meja
but
dapat satu
do
PC.
you
ya.
kind of
Nah,
know
masalahnya
that's where you lean
dia
on this one? I'd love your
isinya
thoughts.
udah
I do
high
agree
end
that
semua.
the
Buat apa
difficult
dia
thing to be,
mikir
and
ke
I
situ
do
kan
think
gitu.
that's the map 2 is a course correction for Optic, right? But we now come back to, I guess,
Itu
the
table
latter end of this
managementnya
being
mantap tuh
front-loaded,
semua, sistem
right?
magnet
Binds,
nempel
it
gitu.
would depend on form on the day. Optic looking absolutely, well, borderline flawless, to be honest with you. That 10-2 half and then closing out convincing fashion. But the Deaths make a couple of really good points. And it comes down to homework. Now, if Optic actually come back and do what they did on map 1, and really look to kind of disrupt the macro for Loud, and really play off-beat, that's what's going to be interesting here for Breeze.
The concept that you can reinvent yourself this quickly, or be that prepared this quickly.
Absolutely. Credit to FNS and Chet in terms of having the foundations there to achieve it.
So we go in, it will be Loud on the attacking side, and Optic on the defending side. Yeah, you can see that very swiftly here. And it's a relatively straight.
Ya Allah, pagi-pagi udah kena, Cok. Yo.
Just as sharp. 2 already for Aspas. And the site's theirs.
Oh, buka gerbang tuh wajar, guys. Buka gerbang tuh, guys.
VCT Mas Adam. VCT. Lala.
They equaled this up. The spike's not been planted, so now there's problems. Vanguard and Les, where are you going to try and bail this out from? I guess Les's position. Doing his best.
Kalian didatangin kalian dari base.
Episode 2-nya apa tuh? Bets-nya kayak.
See if you can make any impact out of this. Noting no one should relay big information to Pancada, who's in a whole lot of danger. He's in so much trouble. And now Pancada can only explain one, but he lost less in the meantime. He's got 2 players in front of him. Optic somehow hold back the flood there.
It's a 3v5 as well. Technically 3v4 with Les being so disconnected. The Sheriffs in the hands of Aspas and Sassy, finding damage on the way back through. But Victor goes huge.
Wih, sama ya komposisinya. Oh, bedanya satu.
Optic are the only team in the story to beat Loud on Breeze.
To beat Loud on Breeze.
Loud ini bukan pengguna chamber
kan? There's just so many stories, so much history.
Chamber tuker sama Cypher ya.
And there's common denominators between it. With Loud's few losses here and there, how many of those are credited to Optic?
Ini beda Chamber sama Viper. Apa Cypher?
Perpetual nemesis, it feels like. Just gravitating towards each other.
Anjing, timingnya si Yi kalau dilihat kesel banget ya.
Was providing some of the best games we've seen.
Iya. Kena 1 hit.
Gonna go out the better in that one. Away, sitting pretty. On the other side, Aspas down to 24.
No confirmation behind that though, but it being Aspas, a big indicator. Utility. Not feeling any pressure just yet though.
No, but they should be able to get the spike planted. They've fought Sadak, and now with that going in, he's going to fall back a little bit, be a little bit more careful.
Anjing si Crisis asal nembak.
No threats. Have to see if they're able to find enemies. They do try and
enak, cemplong
Cuma si Ye yang jadi korban.
Standing for Optic, no problems yet.
Well, just banking on getting away with the extra 300.
Bonus round nih buat si Optic, bonus round.
2 on the board for Optic, 4 left standing. Actually, even if Ye wants to ride this through with,
let's go Optic.
Topnya juga ini dari saving ya Mas ya.
Crashy's great early progress towards that Hunter's Fury as well.
Oh, dipasang di situ. CCTV-nya.
Kan selalu taruh situ ya, aku taruh situ selalu. Lagu ya.
Tapi kalau CCTV-nya ditaruh situ nggak takut ya, kena ambil sama Dewa Zeus ya.
That dart going to be sent to the back side. Should imply that this is a fairly pacey hit if that dart is sent immediately.
It will know much because they're playing so far forward.
Whoa!
Challenge now, Marvel alone. He's now in danger actually. Kind of left by front pillar. Swings it off the flash. Still going to post one back. Enough. Les is already there and taking the side control. Spike can go down somewhat uncontested unless Crashies just goes head first through this. Not the case. Passing the Aldrone, spoiling the players. And should be able to start stepping towards the site. Cross until then. Sassy going to swing back out, leaving just Victor and Crashies here.
Possible to work with, but Crashy's got so close here. Aspas completely unaware of the possibility.
How is he here? How is he here? How did he get there?
What were Loud doing on site? What was being held?
Apparently nothing.
Crashy just slips into Loud's formation on that post plant.
Langsung berdiri. Si Crashes langsung berdiri.
The second and the
Apa
third.
lo semua anjing?
Outrageous.
Give me the replay. Whose job was it?
One ladder.
Tuh, lihat tuh. Langsung kayak sudah apa lo, ha? Apa lo? Ayu mother father.
Cool, calm and collected in comms as well.
Yeah.
Almost the expected outcome.
I'm dazed after that
Mapnya
one.
optik dong.
And Loud will be.
Enggak lah,
furious
tuh
about
Current
that too.
Breeze Loud punya lambang.
The outcome, not
Oh,
the
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
It was how they got there that's the issue in Marv. Trying to get in their
Optik.
faces, but that's a recoverable rifle. Eventually. Ash could go through, catch Victor on the jump peak. Aspas now at least has the angle to play with. Wall goes up. Spray in on this. Do they have that rifle back in hand yet? There it is.
Aspas just grabbed
Oh,
gitu,
finesse.
Paul.
Finesse is
Wallnya, Paul.
perfect. He's gonna see one. One slips through, but that's fine. Salah tries to backfill it.
Wah,
Good enough.
tuker tuh.
3v3 now, still chaotic enough that it could go down either way, but no progress to the site itself. And Crash, are you kidding me, dude? You can't walk, made, or try. This guy is just filthy with it. Infuriating. Crashies just adding insult to injury. Wow, thought they had a real nice shot here on this one. They're trying to make something happen, but sad. It's Victor. Needs one more, but it's Jay, the final boss. They have no idea where he is.
Yeah, final boss, guys.
The backside of cave, but Ye posted up by Yellow spots him. 5 HP, Mike. It's not enough, surely.
Flash to work with. Still got the fragment. Yeah, he does have the operator, so he's gonna try and creep onto a close angle. The flash, I think, just landing. See Ye's reposition here, but the knife could change this if it removes the headhunter, but Sadak posted up.
Oh, Ye steps in. The scored Sadak out.
Ye, itu ngapain kok nge-pick Ye, kok sembunyi aja sampai ke mobil.
I want us to really dissect what we're seeing from Optic there. Over-facing, over-peeking, taking very aggressive fights against sheriffs and ults, bits and pieces.
I mean, similar to what we saw in Ascent, right? A little more unleashed here, because like you said, previously Optic have looked very good in anti-ecos.
Oh yeah.
Crashes though, making this doable. And again, key damage done onto Sadak. Needed the ace to close things out, but already drawing out a timeout on the side of Loud.
Apa timeout lagi?
Good ultimate progress as well this first cycle.
Timeout yang lagi dulu saya.
Available for Crashes. He's at 9-2 right now.
Jeez.
An amazing
Emotnya
start
nggak sampai
to
berapa
Reese.
detik ya.
30 detik lumayan cuy.
Loud have to consider their approach. The
Itu baru
concern being
alt-tab,
if things slip back
nyalain.
into what we
Nah,
saw
balik
on
lagi
yes,
udah kelar itu.
the halves
Apa, lumayan.
It's a little off pace, indecisive, hesitant in some scenarios, and that's so uncharacteristic. That's things you can sort of attribute to
Ramenya di sini ya.
maybe map 1 being extremely taxing on Sadak
Oh.
in particular.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Bentar.
They need some confidence boosts, especially after then getting blown out of the water in map 2.
Yeah, you're right. So probably the right time to be hitting that first time out here. Talk through options. Now adjust expectation. Obviously, a couple of rounds come through. And they get that decent buy coming in here as well. 4 rifles, not going to have full shields, though still with 1 light on Sassy.
Main.
Bentar.
They know they're going to be tested, but again, we look at which tempo and pace Optic will come in with. Is it going to be the over-aggression, the disrespect, or more patient, deep hold? Noting 3 on the knife there.
The knife above shop actually.
Nanggung.
That's going to try and get himself into a position, but eyes on the minimap. Look at Ye. He's already looking to challenge the back lines. Sorry, Victor. My mistake. Over towards Cannon. FNS not challenging just yet.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful here. Chomping at the bit on the other side. You can already see the close down Aspas. Wanted him dead. Gets him out of there.
Kayaknya rame tuh.
Bleeds Marv, but the ult came back from Crashies. I didn't think he was going to get it, but Sassy's going to pop his ult as well. Ye still firing, still dodging the Hunter's Fury. But Les has been given so much room, but surrounded on both fronts. What can Les do with this? Has to pick up the pace now. And that's the problem. He's heard the steps. He's already been seen and considered. Diffuse going to come through and Les can do nothing about this one. Has to sit on the defuse. is made.
5 cocok.
Gue perhatiin kalau defense si optiknya kayaknya cukup strong ya.
And Victor has so much space to work with. He actually, I'm pretty sure he updrafts over that trap wire. Nobody's within earshot.
Enak.
Starting very early on this, no challenge from Optic, giving less that space, but it counts for nothing. It's a very pacey retake. Optic reading into actually the tendencies very early on that it's maximum.
Iya, mukanya ada yang lemas tuh dari satu kulit tuh.
They equalize numbers on site.
I want to see if they try and re-explore middle now. They've had a little bit of success with that, and 0 challenge for less. Now, obviously, they were really hard committing towards the side by then, but speaking of hard commit, Optic are back challenging in cave. They are just getting under their skin at this point.
Well, Des talked about it. Now, looking as if they're spread a little thin across the map. Trying to find some point of weakness here to exploit. Yeah, he actually has the benefit of that spy cam being behind the wall.
Oh, he can just get posted on this too if he wants to be.
See, the spy cam's not going to catch him. If he can post up here.
Menghilang.
Oh, he's actually going to swing it.
Whoa! Quick as lightning, this guy. Les is gone.
And with the reads already on Les, you should see this rotation coming through. There's already 3 members towards A site. You can see now Yaaa looking to
readjust. This is perfect. He's
Itu yang sering ku alami Mas Awi. Itu yang sering ku alami itu kayak gitu tuh.
Yaaa kept in check. That means Spike can get put back in hand, but no free cross here. Marv wanted to maybe police that. Sassy's got his back. Spike now can be ferried across towards the site, but is there a little pocket on the A side that I'm seeing here?
30 seconds
okay, it's just
left.
Victor chilling by the wall for now. Now we're going to have the kind of opposing numbers. The rotation isn't safe either. The drone is great. Victor doesn't get away with his naughtiness. Dealt with by the door, and now crashes in FNS. Out of position here. I thought maybe that player who's sitting a little deeper, I think it was Aspas, might have checked on them, but they towards the site. Rightly so. Good choice by Aspas, and Crashies opting to save.
Like I said, we're going to know if Loud were to adjust here. Even after conceding less. In that low position with the spy cam, just looking to garner some map control, prevent Optic from actually doing what happened in the previous round. But it's a great adjustment. Sassy actually coming back through to back up Pancada.
Ketemu tuh. Nggak jadi, Cuk.
Crash is going to be able to hold on to this operator here. Pancada's on the hunt. Time all but expired by now.
Tembak itu aja tuh biar ketahuan kau.
Kelihatannya sih lagi ngunyah-ngunyah ya. Padahal deg-degan itu aslinya, Cuk.
It's less, there's nobody else noted. Ye's on that angle, like I said, unnoted from the spy cam. He knows there's no setup towards cannon. Ultimately, I don't even think anybody could pass into elbow there. So he has free reign to come back. That's why this kill right here, Pancada, so crucial to the outcome of this round.
Doing great work. It's actually broken a lot of the money here.
It's wild to see 5-1 on the scoreboard.
And that be the buy after
that be the purchase, yeah.
Yeah, the Guardian coming in for Crashies. Yeah, he does have tour de force.
I think Ye's actually just cycled a rifle through. He's just dropped a rifle through, so it's close to a full purchase.
So it's double up, essentially.
Yeah.
Victor retaining the operator. Brought across here for him. First time we get to see them tested by this double operator. So I'll see how Loud looks, trying to navigate their way through here. See if they can work out where these reside. It's a full play.
Sayangnya Discord ini nggak 60 FPS ya.
So much pressure on them if they do go back towards that side, which stands there running through the time. They're not in a hurry here.
Kalau lihat 60 FPS-nya enak sekali.
Smooth. Slip back into a deeper hold. Typically you would expect that with the
nontonnya bisa 60 FPS-nya di mana di Twitch.
Double operator setup. See Victor just tasked with anchoring. Does have the blade storm, so he can pop that. It does feel a little bit of pressure as Loud creep closer and closer to elbow with this outro. Nothing found, but Spike
harus bikin akun nggak?
Heading towards Victor. Going up. That should be a big indicator for Optic.
30 seconds left.
This has to be huge for Victor. This is such a pressure moment for him. And the support.
248,000 viewers.
And alone he stands. Takes down Les, looks towards connector. Pops the ult, looks towards the side. Didn't overcook it just yet. Stop fighting! Get out! Somehow Victor keeps his cool, keeps the sight against all of the players, and Sassy, sadly with only 3 seconds, can't make a difference now. That was a critical round for Victor.
Beautiful adjustment as well. Knowing that Loud have slipped back into a much more sparse setup, waiting to receive this aggression. They burn up so much utility early on, and so much time on the clock.
Wih, ini 60 FPS
Ultimately
enak ya?
pushing onto, yes, it's a solo hold from Victor.
Enak
You
ya.
slow creep into a side
Sedap
here.
ngeliatnya, Cuk.
Kalau lagi war aku lihat sana. Kalau
An
lagi
operator,
ini,
yay, even
ngeliatnya.
there to pick up a second kill from Archers. Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff.
And now actually will continue with this. See again.
Halus.
And the wall invested here actually almost as a curveball.
Bentar,
Try and maybe enable an early peek, but nobody towards double doors. Okay, now we're going to get even more aggressive.
Way more proactive towards the B site now. I guess off the back of the Viper's pits, they are making this map seem so small. Now the correct answer though is Aspas exploring through tube. That contact made, that information gathered.
Victor's here though.
Noting that it was potentially open, but the door's already been shut, and Victor noting the barrel, comfortable on the shot. But a potential found, but it just instantly got closed in his face.
Whether or not this is a trend to continue now, Optic in the early round looking to very quickly disrupt one extremity, force the hand of Loud. Let's see. Sadak almost rewarded for his bravery there behind the Owl drone. Will tag FNS. Sadak's got forwards. Really unconsidered. Less doubles down for it. FNS will fall.
Okay, they've got a player advantage finally, and Spike planted. Yes, there's the flank coming in, but that should be checked when they have the numbers to deal with this. Crashes! Catches the glimpse! Forcing the body to drop.
Wow!
The grand equalizer for Loud, who is always delivering on so many fronts. Yeah, he's out of there. First time we're really seeing Loud starting to get a grip on some of these rounds.
Listen, that's with that early aggression. I said that it's literally bespoke to dig less out of a position, find one kill on the extremity, and force Loud into it.
Monitor sama muka itu beda 1 jengkal paling tuh ya, Cuk ya.
Iya.
Actually get through, like I said, Sadak not initially rewarded,
Aku segini, Cuk.
it's way ahead of the expectation of FNS.
Kero aku Masawi rasanya.
Moving in tandem with that Owl drone.
Kalau bisa dempet dia aja.
Second on the board for Loud.
Nggak nyaman, Cuk, rasanya, Cuk. Nyoba aja rasanya.
Hidungnya nyentuh layar.
Ya kan dia kayak gitu. Hitunglah total jamnya ada berapa kayak gitu dia depan kayak.
Pantas dia pakai kacamata, Cuk.
It's lacking in some areas for Optic, but on the other side, Alt's getting real close by. Aspas one away as well. You got 3 already hitting in. This is starting to look like Loud could potentially close this, Mike.
Expect them to potentially string a couple together here on the back of this ult cycle. Pancada. There's a Viper's Pit to convert a post-spawn scenario. Aspas actually gets the Blade Storm online as well. Less. Look at the position he's now forced to play. I think actually Sadak making moves with this null command to try and make use of it as deep as possible in tube, but Crashy's showing restraint here.
We haven't seen him lean door yet, have we?
There's been barely any challenge towards mid.
Yeah. One door pop. It's going to call Marv to attention, but doesn't actually know anyone just yet, surprisingly, even though there are 2 players there. And Crashy's is posted on this as well.
Di situ ada tali ternyata.
Pressure apart from Victor, apparently he's good for it, but the trade does come through. Sassy going to punish as he tried to readjust away. Just a glimpse caught towards Tube, but patience being shown by Loud. They're not quite heading towards the site yet.
No pressure coming through mid either. Actually, the flash might come through this smoke, but Crashy's turns it. Less has actually found a kill here. Crashy's has to find something in response. He's got the first headshot, the second but falls.
Not quite enough damage done yet. Yeah, and FNS, the last 2 standing. Spike is down, so Loud has the time in their favor. Left to the swing, and he's been so instrumental in Loud succeeding in some of these rounds. Now the Viper utility not really going to slow down the roll here, but this pop flash could be it. Let's see if they feel the timing right. There it is. Goes in and the swing. It's gorgeously done. Sadak leading in that round to perfection. Loud starting to get back in this game.
Chipped away at that round score and chipped away at the economy as well. 3 players going to be struggling here for Optic. Victor and FNS, the only ones probably to invest here, but move those ultimates from Optic, and Loud
Kaget gua kirain Telkomsel sponsorin ke City aja, gila aja deh.
Still got the Blade Storm, still got the Viper Spit. Sassy actually back on the brink of the Hunter's Fury as well. Nothing on the table for Optic.
Apart from Victor just being sent to the blender. Aspas was waiting this time around.
Waduh.
Seems on the other side of the map. Less sharp with it.
Waduh.
He's trying his luck, but Les looks so ready.
Wah, low banget tuh. Waduh.
To find impact, as this default we've been seeing held has actually succeeded pretty nicely. Now, there are still two players who can cause a problem. That's a rifle recovered, so maybe a chance at more danger, but the HP's already low for Crashies. And with the spike going down, they got everything working in their favor.
No way that actually lands and kills Crashies. But it does.
It does.
Bingung di mana ya, anjir lah.
Dibuntu semua, Cok.
A big cushion.
Ah, kena nih.
Well, he didn't hear anything here. Yeah, does he actually check through cannon? But
timingnya jelek banget.
Noted that the rifle don't know when that was dropped, or at least actually collected. So, Stangier gets to slip away here, play his life, and keep that rifle into the next couple of rounds, because we do now have Loud building a little back into this game. This is enough. This is a buffer coming through.
Main saving echo-nya terus ya.
It's barely costing them anything as well. Hold on to the operator. 4 left standing. Sadak back 2 away from the null command.
Absen guys. Siapa nih lagi nonton lagi nih sekarang nih?
With minimal investment. It's just disgusting. Sure.
Player standing. Spike planted.
Apa lagi nih?
We'll pump the brakes here.
Biasa. Saya mau auto.
Saya mau auto. It looked like the perfect read, right? They were looking to challenge
Ratma, Alfredo sudah putar.
Remove that kind of late round piece, so they don't have to worry about it. And then actually in the rounds they couldn't. They were so aware, hyper aware of having numbers advantage on the retake, getting back through, knowing where and when to expect less to show his hand.
Tinggal kencing lah. Itu dikasih gelas udah tinggal kencing aja.
Udah dikasih selang.
Kan ada timeout ya tuh Mas Awi. Setengah menit selesai, nggak selesai udah selesai.
Nah, terus biasanya di gedung sebelah jauh mati kan.
Enggak lah, pasti disiapin lah itu, Cok. Sedih banget gak bisa boker atau pipis kan.
Like I said, it was weird to look at it, 5-1, where Optic was still actually struggling to buy back into
koala
those
nembak.
Yeah, it would have been potentially a different outcome if they'd been able to stabilize the money a little sooner. But
I mean, it's going to be awkward as well. The next round potentially Blade Storm, but look at what's left after this purchase, and this is round 11. Bear in mind, so round 12 could be really uncomfortable, especially if Loud don't have to invest anything again.
I mean, Loud are laughing. They've caught
the
perfect start to this round. He wants to follow up Aspas. Ripping through 2 of them. And Optic getting a stark reminder that this is not over yet. This series is only getting started. Pancada in the meantime going to collect on Yaaa. Here's the
What the
gila boleh begitu. Aspas. Catch Crashies too. And they're just hunting him down the spawn at this point. Down solo. Trying to stay alive. He's just on the run. There's a player who's right. He's just nowhere to get out of here now.
Defender
That's already got back behind this. 39 HP for Crashies. We already talked about the finances. And with this round, actually, Crashies will find one, but Loud
mentalnya naik sih,
Loud sih. Every ultimate available for the next. Sassy sealed the deal. Loud claw their way back into this half. Just 1 round separating them, 4 unanswered here.
This grit and determination coming out from Loud. I mean, look at this.
This is just ridiculous.
Oh, it's dreamy.
The flick on the second. Oh, show me that one.
I could watch it for days.
Ini mati, proses matinya.
They heard you call. They heard you call.
What is that?
What are you meant to do?
Kalau yang piercing oke lah ya. Timingnya pas lah.
I mean,
yang flicknya tuh loh.
Ending like that is there's barely any utility use, right? So this lesser purchase actually doesn't have as many gaps as a long, drawn-out round, right?
Yeah, you're right. Just how much
That's
allowed us to
the
work
one
with,
saving
though.
grace, right?
Yeah, brilliant. That was that silver lining, real thin. But at this point, look at all of where?
That's big, though.
Where the hell did he just get a
That was in cave.
free kill?
That was
Fair
actually
enough.
from stairs to cave.
Okay. All right, well, Aspas gone. Of having probably the most impactful round thus far. Highs and lows. Sassy trying to find that instant information, but Yay is there.
Spike down.
Left to
Yay.
delivers the bullet.
When
And it's Sassy who lets
Ooh, wow.
is still such a problem. Wow, now he knows.
Itu kenapa kok lempar topi itu?
ulti inget nge-scan.
Oh, the timing, but the adjustment better. Utility not quite what he wanted to at least facilitate a safe cross, but the spike's on the way. You got to make something out of this Pancada. You got to do something to save your team. He's going to have to pull the trigger on the first, the second, and the third. Not going to happen. Yay! Flies in, and he's still trying to fire off. Looking for the follow-up here. Spike down the double swing.
Keluarnya barengan.
It's put to bed, and the score.
Keren. Ngeri.
Pulled that off. 5 unanswered to claw back in, and they just looked absolutely lost in the first quarter of this map here on Breeze. Great restraint from Pancada, doubling down on that position. Again, less than Sassy, play it perfectly. Don't give Yay an opportunity with that operator in hand.
Gak ngerti aku sih.
Could not be closer here. The resilience shown from Loud is why they are in the
gitu
grand finals. 6 rounds, 5 unanswered at the end. The desk, what are your thoughts on that one?
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hyper. We know the operator players tend to pop off on Breeze, but there were some nuts shots here.
In the first quarter, it was all about Victor, and I felt like, again, we set up this story about pushing on defense for Optic, and I think that this head-to-head has ended up defining the majority of this first half.
Yeah, it absolutely has. I mean, Aspas making some massive plays to try and get them back into this, especially with his attack side operator. I mean, you just see it in the head-to-head. I think Victor, the early start that he got was a huge defining factor, but credit to Lau for being able to bring it back.
Take a look at how Victor was flanking as well. He makes his way around this trap wire
Kok aku
so
feeling
that he's
lot
able to
comeback
get
ya.
the flank. And this is how I expected the
Well.
Victor trying to outplay less and get the better end
Aku
over the
pegang lot
second
nih,
player,
menang
and
nih
Loud
dia
was
nih.
still individually popping off. And then in the second half, they just found the rhythm.
Really did.
Bisa terjadi
It was
sih,
such a
teman-teman.
step up from every player on Loud, but in particular, Les had a big resurgence, finding those late lurks, punishing Optic on the extremities, and giving his team those opportunities to pivot. But as we look towards the second half, he's again the guy that we have to talk about, particularly in the way that he plays as the anchor. He's almost always locking down towards B, very much just
Udah ada
defined
DLC
by
pas
how
kaca
he holds
sudah.
space with the same setup on that site. And in their last game, he really got shut down. You see so many of his deaths just in that back corner of B, with a Jet diving on him deep, his utility already gone, and him getting taken down. So my focus is on Les to keep his performance up if Loud do want to convert this.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think Les is such a playmaker for them. The guy is really heating up, and he's doing it at such a young age on the global stage right now. He has been the real difference maker in so many of their rounds, with clean trades and also multi-kills and opportunities just found with the lurks.
I think you can see, as Pansy said, that Loud are getting back into this game. Their belief is showing, the tenacity and grit is all there, and the players are heating up. I think this next half, it should be electric.
Yeah, Optic, they have to find a way to stop this momentum, or otherwise Pansy and Hypok, it's going to get a little bit dicey for them.
I'm still working out my feelings after the Viper cosplay, I'm not gonna lie, Mike. But anyway, 6-6, the game actually could not get closer, and it feels like Loud are starting to believe this is now doable. Because it felt like a shutout at the start, the aggression was right, everything was starting to hit, and then it just, the switch flipped. Now, what do we look at? Where are our key components we look at in the second half of both sides? What are you looking out for that could maybe be the swing factor of Optic picking up this map or Loud?
I mean, potentially from Marv to come online, he was punished a number of times looking for those kind of pop flash plays early on in the round. So really here, looking for him to ride that. And yes, you can talk about just looking at
buang utility-nya tuh loh.
but it's the manner in which he was dying. Number of times.
Yay?
No, there isn't.
Right.
Loud's all the way, literally all the way posted deep on B is 3. Pancada. Now maybe as the wall goes up, they might consider the possibility. Another rotation coming through nice and early. It's Aspas here with the Sheriff.
Si Ye mesti jendang sendiri ya, lihat ya.
I don't know if they're just allowing this paranoia to build, but as I said, 4 players have made their way to this side of the map already.
Went to the commit. There's already one out on the side, Yaaa trying to be a nuisance, but he's in danger.
Aduh.
Instantly threatened by Pancada, who gets to deal with it in time to turn around and try and do some chip damage, but it's Aspas finding Victor. It's all going their way. It's all
Tercomeback ya guys ya.
Tercomeback.
Tercomeback.
He followed up with FNS. Loud strike first in the second half.
Great awareness shown as well. Yaaa actually crosses into that corner closer to the double doors in Tube. Means he's out of range. He can't put his second TP down. There's no fail-safe there. Beautiful crunch there between Aspas and Pancada actually. And these Sheriffs paying dividends here in the pistol.
Kameranya mahal ini, Cuk.
Starting to get fired up as well as they take the lead here.
Bagus gitu detailnya, Cuk.
Just the light shield here for Optic. Yaaa 6 headhunters.
Ini udah pada tidur kah?
To make something work with.
Halo?
Might be a fast piece on the back of this poison orb, or maybe just to try and post Yaaa up a little deeper.
Kenapa ini kok pada diam ini?
That very early on.
Kayak lemas masa tercomeback terus optiknya.
Probably being with how deep Loud will play on B. They're just playing off the back of this spy cam, so Yaaa not going to be given much freedom once he crests this corner. Yes, he noted that.
Taken out.
Lu masuk.
They have no idea. He's behind them again. Not again, Crashies. Not again. He's done it to him.
Dua kali loh.
Towards CT2, Sassy is going to be called to attention. He'd love to get that upgrade if he can. And yes, he does.
Dua kali loh.
Quick Marv's here.
I mean, look at Loud. They're a million miles away. Just about coming back through this now. Sassy's here, but Spectre in hand. That Bulldog could go to work.
Glorious knife, though. Couldn't ask for anything better. Sassy gonna try and be brave, be the first man forward. Trade me if you must. We gotta get a move on here. There's 4 players watching this cross. That flash force them all away. Crashies need some help. They've got to be standing here like a shooting squad. Look at them all lined up, dropped down.
I mean, how Crashies has got into that position. Yaaa removes the spy cam, and on the back of that draws the attention of Les. I think Sassy is only jump spotting there, so Crashies finds the god timing to slip into main. And there's a point there where you see Spectres and dribs and drabs on the retake, and you think actually Crashies can go to work, play distance with that Bulldog, but Loud close it out. Holding their composure.
Lemes aku. Ikutan lemes aku.
Bonus, how's it looking? What we got?
I mean, pretty.
Aku yang tadi bilang lah. Yang tadi bilang kayaknya bagus di defense ya. Ya dikejarin sama
Again, how we expect Loud to play, posted up on deep angles, but Aspas and Sassy immediately walking through here. Sanax went down elsewhere.
Tai.
Can they catch Yaaa here?
Yeah, they might be able to.
Yaaa jangan teleport.
Not sure if he's even going to be considering this yet. No, he's absolutely not. He's gone down. Sassy's the one to actually get him, but damage done across the board. Both players now swarming the body to get the rifle. Aspas going to get that upgrade. But on the other side of the map, the victory is coming in. Already going to clear out the site from the 2 players defending it. So you have to look at how much damage Aspas and Sassy can actually achieve. And, well, Aspas is quite quick to it, but this is a difficult one to try and work your way back in on.
Sassy's still on that Spectre. Aspas rifle in hand. Don't expect Optic to over-challenge here. We'll try and keep as many of these rifles online as possible.
I like this swing though, them committing towards CT side so they can potentially have the exits, knowing that obviously that
kalah
challenge on Yaaa.
kalah.
Well, but Victor's the one to be concerned about. Sassy actually finds Crashies.
Okay, Sassy, fair enough. Still gonna be going for this. It's bit of a slap back from Victor there. Chip damage, and they're actually down to 2. So actually not bad economy damage at this point. You'll take that. You will not be winning the round here, but they've done what they wanted. They get to keep the rifle as well. Not too bad either. So a bit more damage than I'm sure Optic would have liked, and a small bonus for Aspas as well.
So we'll see exactly where purchase will lie for Optic. On the back of that, it's going to be light shields scattered across.
Sangar.
Marv's going to be struggling though. Actually does get, I think, the drop from Crashies potentially.
Lah, Optik menangkan yang ini, Optik.
To get everybody online.
Biar 2-1 ya Mas Ami ya.
With a slight
Iya,
advantage
biar
in that
tenang
regard.
sih
Viper's bit available for Pancard, and Marv does have that null command. Still sitting at 2 and 12 here. Optic looking to address mid just a little bit. And similar to how we saw Optic defend, there's a lack of presence here.
Okay, only catches one. I thought I actually might have gone more potentially. I think just dipping in towards the drop. Actually managed to evade the full information off the back of the knife. That's pass on top. Dip down there. As the 3-2 split towards the A side. Now, utility committed towards the doorway, it's the other way in, and Marv actually got 2 in that. I don't know how he got both, but he did. Unless he's forced to CT, he can no longer really have any say in the matter. That spike's going down. Now, maybe on the retake, we know that these guys have a ridiculous high standard of capability on these playback-ins, but a 3v5 is a really tall task, and Victor is the first challenge you have to get past. If you want in, ping down, and the reply, Pancada.
Dibalas.
Right back to him. FNS dead.
Okay,
We're a
okay.
3v3. Marv was already low. Suddenly not as impossible as it was before. Gonna force the hand that feeds. Sassy gonna try and send this one forward. Does he catch a tag? No, it's Yaaa in the meantime to find less. The flash slowed down Pancada. And it's looking like they might have just run out of time on this.
Even just one tag onto Marv. Looked like 2 were lined up there in main. Would have made it doable, but Optic respond well. Yaaa finding a kill here. Looks like they will equalize here. Pancada can find an exit, but expect him to wait this one out. Best did carry through 2300 here.
8 sama. Tegang, gengs. Aduh, IndiHome-nya apa sih, Cok?
He's kind of swinging back towards Optic in terms of this ultimate cycle. Well, his ears must have been burning. Look at that entry from Marv. Knowing full well, actually, with the null command going, he can be traded fairly comfortably with, I think, Victor and FNS backing him up through double doors there. But 2 for 2 on the half now. With the purchase here for Loud. The Guardian, the Bulldog.
Itu nembak kemana ya tadi barusan ya?
Light shields as well.
Itu yang tadi ditembaknya itu.
Jatuh ke itu tadi. Ke A. Yang dekat ini nih, dekat pintu ini jatuhnya.
Double door, dekat double door.
Potentially gone outside of the angle. He's diligent enough to check, but he caught a headshot on the way out. That's
Wow.
but less gonna help him out. That's a big punish actually. Yaaa going down, but look at the space that Victor's found as well.
Sadak's just coming up the road now. The tag actually onto Pancada is punished.
Absolutely is. Victor now just going to try and unleash, take the space away, 15 HP, but he's got themselves in sight at least. They can maybe work out from this one, but you got to look towards Sadak potentially to cost them the cross. Can't do it. Has to at least give that one up. The flank's on the way. Aspas coming around on 3 HP. It ain't much, but it could do some damage here. Victor playing up close towards yellow as well. Spike now down, time in a Optic side, but this post plant is not comfortable at all.
Aspas doesn't spot anything on default either. Marv now looking to challenge. Finds the headshot, lands.
1 peluru, Cok.
Actually going to send that recon bolt through. Sadak still struggling to get anything done.
Ayo.
Right back
Iya.
Tearing it out of Optic.
Nggak ada yang down loh itu.
The formality to it.
I mean, you look at some of these setups, you think Loud that, yeah, there's no way. Sadak has so much to deal with, so much pressure coming towards him. Unless just slips the net. Gets ahead of that. Sassy with the perfect timing on that backstab. That's even after Optic just showed it's literal perfection sometimes. The timing there from Victor to get on the back of that tag onto Pancada, create that opening.
Lemas.
Pegang kepala.
Lemas deh.
A Guardian in there, a Bulldog in
Time out lagi.
Loud made it look easy.
Just the timing, the synergy starting to really hit for me when I'm watching how Loud are playing inside of these retakes. And it's one of the stats I think the desk brought up at the very start of the day is how statistically strong they are at those retakes. And I mean, you see it so tangibly so often with them, you know, being an outlier on it. So again, wonderful to see that in motion here, but I'm just happy we get a close game. 8 to 9 now. Loud picking up where they left off. Optic financially in a curious spot here, able to fashion a purchase, but it will be missing certain areas. The bills
lemas dek.
Coming in, so you know, some moments to look towards.
Well, the interesting thing to note actually is statistically this is one of their worst. I think actually their worst in terms of retake success, but it's on defense, their ability to find first bloods and convert 5v4s. That's the fascinating thing here. Cloud are actually winning out in the side of their game on defense that actually you wouldn't expect them to. That's to say as well that Optic actually are close to 70% post-plant conversion rate, which is mad.
Yeah.
Enak, nyemil kerupuk putih.
Viper's put off the rip here for Pancada. Try and slow down any progress towards B. Does still have less here. See, actually, Optic were trying to get ahead of this, potentially.
Take flight.
I don't know if Crashies can figure anything out with the drone.
Coming on the line, pretty decent as well. Looking at
Dipaksa suruh ke A aja.
Once again down tube. So if they do double back, probably going to be the early warning signal at the very least. The worst, the downfall of them falling away. But not the first time we've seen them explore this, so hopefully it's on the priority list if you are Optic to stay diligent to check this on the way back around.
Mati nih, ceprek.
That's best though. At least going to hear the sound cue of that jump peak. You see he pops the dash on the back of it. That's just damage here. It's F&S to make sure that kill doesn't come through, and the mid-split's right through. Victor trying to get within a Blade Storm.
He has to try and close that down, finally gets suppressed, but by now the damage is done. Zassy's there, but the reply comes in, death from above. Now the 4v3, numbers favorable towards Optic. They can get the plant. A quick flank from Pancada, and they've kept their space on the side. They still have Tube, they still have CT, but what they do now have is a man behind them. It's Pancada on the flank, but the Viper's Pit in position. There's a player to his left, and the timing could work out here. Crashies get the timing just right. They seem
Kalah nih Optic nih yang ini
nih. Already looking this way, and Crashies.
Ternyata dibokong Banti,
Now the final two players who are allowing a little bit of time for work feel irrelevant to the outcome. How are they meant to get back into this? Step into the green and just hope for the best. Not finding anything here.
That's finally coming through with that flash. The trade comes through. Crashies to clean it up. Optic tie things
Aku ikut
up.
deg-degan, Cok.
This is on the back of early on. There's no rotation on the back. You can see the pings coming on the back of that Viper's Pit, but Optic just set themselves up to pop through double doors. Beautifully executed.
Si Crisis ini kok megelin ya mukanya ya. Orang ini makelin mukanya, Cok.
Now actually if Optic
tegang dia tuh,
feel as if they have
Asli.
him in mid, whether or not they actually resort back towards splitting a site. Loud back down on two Sheriffs, a Stinger, a Bulldog.
Gila, lemparnya barang-barang begitu serentak.
Blade Storm
Itu dia.
available for Aspas though. Zanax immediately through cave.
Huge
This is
information.
vital so early on.
And it really reassures Aspas he is in the right place for this. Now, eventually we'll have to pay attention towards main. Eyes trained on towards mid, and he's really
Panik.
Does get at least the Stinger, but it's really not much to be writing home about here. Could have done with a kill off that. But the fast flank is in. Now Crashy's very diligent, but I think just missed the time on the window and saying all of this. Sadak, how much more can he do though? It is a 4v3, but the weaponry's still good, but they are pinned in towards elbow, Mike. Needs someone to bail him out from here, and F&S tried, but didn't get what he wanted.
Now, Pancada with his Bulldog has to go huge, and he's found the spike. Crashies will fall. Just spot out Victor as well. A little bit of damage to follow up. The second kill there. F&S tries to respond, but Aspas closes things out. The Thrifty responds.
Thrifty itu apa?
Dia menang dengan kondisi uang sedikit. Belinya.
The fast flank coming through, so many things going right.
Jadi misalnya sebelah beli Vandal semua, yang lainnya half mestinya.
He crossed in towards window and the punish that was picked up towards Again, the timing great for Loud, but perfect responses in kind, nothing working out on the other side. And this was the start of things, whole lot of information, and again, with that fast walkout, they already kind of knew that. So really making it count in the Thrifty, and back and forth again we go. 9 to 10 now.
Similar to position to earlier, actually. There's no comfort in the finance.
Keluar langsung si Aspasnya, Cok.
Pilot merasa di atas angin.
Iya, pastilah.
It looks quite all in from Optic, genuinely. This seems very direct, not particularly exploring many other options, which will lead to their own problems.
And Loud happy to give it up. Neither Sadak or Pankar.
Aspas is walking this. Yeah, he's walked straight up front door. And no one was watching it. Just dipped right back on in and out. This problem's galore, but Yay on the bailout, ready to save the day again. Melted and burned down, but still alive. And Optic are panicking. And now surrounded, they didn't get to the deep response. The pop flash to bail them out. Does at least give them a little bit more freedom, but the instantaneous trade. Res gonna come in, maybe not. Predicts the pushback in perfectly. And did Victor even see him? I do not know. We're tied all even. Answer right back in kind here for Optic.
What was that headshot from Victor? The Viper wall was up. What a ridiculous response here. Yay, going huge for Optic. The second here onto Aspas as well. Resets to this position. Perfect read on the timing. Show me the Victor kill. Like, that was ridiculous.
Ini baru, orang-orangnya.
It comes back to the same thing. No financial comfort.
Aduh.
It's 10 apiece now.
And it's scrappy buys in here. We've got an operator with a light armor. And we've got
it off the rip.
They both walked it. They're both here. They're both here. Let's go to the window. Sassy, audacious play. And the follow-up for less.
Sengit.
2 picks back to back. Perfect start.
Gini terus loh.
And even here with FNS in position.
Kecolong-colong terus loh, mesti.
Sassy isolates Marved. Crash is going to come through with the drone here. Already less. Left to handle B site, at least on the back of the spy cam. Not really sure if it was noted there, but there was. Crashes comes through. Keep your eyes on Victor though. He's got himself into tunnel already here. Sassy slipped into archway. He's planning on playing off contact here, but Victor's come through and he's found the kill.
Okay, it's 3 of them here.
Now
just 2, so it should be fine, right? You got Crashies and Yay with an operator though, and a little bit of room to work here. Straight towards the side they go. They want to shut this man down. They want him dead to rights. They want him gone. They want him buried. Who dares step forward first? Crashes by pillar. Spots one, takes one. Trade comes in. It's all on Yay. Now the bombs start to really mount, and lovely work from Aspas. The timing good. Diffuse gonna come in and Loud once again take the lead. But Mike, the start of that round in my mind was everything.
It really was. And like I said, FNS, or Optic in general, prepared for this, right? But Sassy still threads the needle, finds that first blood. And then even less there, the contingency plan on it. Such a ballsy play to make here.
Full senyum kawan.
Full senyum kawan. Temanku ada yang full muram kawan, temanku kawan.
Going blow for blow, Lauren.
Musawi ini ada suara Musawi.
Kalau menegangkan guys.
Kena mental dia.
Padahal nggak main, Cuk.
Back and forth between these two sides, both elevating in kind every single time. Another bailout on a Thrifty or an individual pop-up or a really creative play. This is the grand finals you truly love seeing. This rematch fabled now.
Cat Hunter.
Let's see if it does hold true back and forth. This would be Optics if that's the case. This could be the one to double down on though if you are allowed. Make it to 12. Knife going in, good timing. Should note, I thought maybe 2 there, but actually only catching 1.
Well, actually, Sadak posts up a little deeper on this. You can see creeping that way, but crashes here with the spike.
Ngide anjing mampus.
And actually Marved comes out on top.
Okay.
But they hit the brakes. They're not, building off the back of it.
With Victor posted here, though, he's got good information on this rotation. At least he's within earshot. That could be the green light, though, with FNS being suppressed.
They have to go now. Finding Pankada, it would be looking such an opportunity in the mouth and turning it down. So now already Pong going to come in, but on the other side, that's a connection. Hold on, FNS, can he do the dance well enough? Oh, keeps his life. Good work for him, and now the Pong can come through. 10 seconds, none of these shock darts will find any purchase in time. So now it's the post plant. And Optic, this is looking like it's that silliness of the back and forth, and Yay in the back lines. He's got 3 potential targets in front of him. Head onto the hand spots. One goes a little astray.
Okay. Peluru anjir.
Towards less, but predicts Sassy maybe swinging, but Aspas has gotten to the site. Jump spot confirms him there. He's got plenty of problems to try and work through if he wants this. No, they're doing nothing.
No, you've been giving him an opportunity.
Around
Sassy somehow slips past this tube hold. And Optic will tie things up now as Sassy desperately tries to hold on to this rifle. Find another one to Yaaa, but I don't think they can close the distance here. Crashes might catch
Walah.
Sharp to it.
Kenapa aku jadi malah dukung Optik ya?
What is that? From the round 17, it's been back and forth the whole way, and you'd think the economy would have had an impact or something, but it seems to go beyond that. It seems to not care if they're on a thrifty or if they're on a full buy, if they have ults or not. It is back and forth. And if it keeps going through this way, though,
time out lagi.
should be loud to convert it. Right? Right?
I mean, they come into this, Sadak, anyone missing a weapon right now. Aspas with the operator in hand. Viper's Pit available. And Aspas actually one away from the Blade Storm, so that could be crucial here to be able to round out this purchase. The other side, Optic going to be feeling pretty happy with
Dari
themselves.
memimpin 5-0 jadi 11 sama.
Crashes on that Hunter's Fury as well.
Otika.
The psychological warfare in these early rounds. Loud looking to continue that trend as well. Optic haven't really won out from one of these wide defaults, and Loud wants to continuously punish that. It's actually then on the lesser purchase, not necessarily the thrifty rounds, but the lesser purchases where Optic then look to stack up and hit a side together. It seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I feel like the retakes have come on their buy rounds, which
I know.
is like...
Huh. Okay, 11-11. Make a wish. This is so ridiculous that we are here. So this should be a loud round. Now, of course, they have a stinger, so fantastic. Yeah, they seem great with it.
Look at the adjustment, though. Les and Aspas walking mid early on.
But the site's completely free. Optic are in for free. There's no challenge. Victor! Insane impact of the spray. He just goes wild in towards middle, and Marv actually gets the benefit, gets the best of Les. And now the plant's in, and they read it perfectly. They could not made a better guess of this one.
Here.
Aspas, Sadak, Pancada, anything in the tank here. There's no ways in. They don't have that springboard yet. Where's that first pick going to come from?
Look how deep FNS is playing off this as well. I don't know if he's actually playing for a lineup here, but Loud have to find value on the side now.
Mantap,
Marv's going to close things off with the fragment. Actually set up for a flash here. Yaaa will find a kill.
No.
Ya guys, aku cabut dulu guys ya. Step guys.
They are out of there. It looks like Optic might have actually broken the back and forth trend. Pulling around back to back here.
Gak kena, Cuk.
Itu si Asik si ampasnya katanya aku step dulu ya.
And it looks like 12 will be there. Optic taking this into map point. Loud still have a chance to find out why they need those rifles. They'll keep them. Two finally combined. Round 22, 23, first they've got back-to-back in some time here. It was off the back of this, walking into the open
Jadi kalau Optik menang, nah mentalnya bisa naik dia. Tentu ini. Kalau dia kalah di sini udah kalah udah selanjutnya dia.
Is there anything more Loud can do? Bulldog,
apa mental Optik tuh kuat guys.
They haven't got much.
Dia sudah sering di final.
Iya sama-sama. Sama-sama drone.
Tabrakan duar.
Adu drone guys.
Adu mekanik dia.
Sama-sama saling tunggu dong.
Predicting this so well, knowing that Aspas would love to have impact in a round like this. Weaken the other side, but he doesn't want to overdo it, overextend. This is all guesswork. This is all just consideration and a bit of timing. Aspas, this could be everything for you and your side, or it could be dead and gone. It could be all for nothing, and that is a problem. Now you're surrounded. You don't know how much danger you're in. You just saw it. Aspas has to run. Gets to keep his life. 87. He's gone back for Marv. He's got Marv. That's a spike now seen as well. So telling of his time. The rest of the team is on the way through caves.
Wah, yang kena.
Can you believe it? Aspas, bearheads crashes, and the other two turn plan. They're looking towards B. They want none of what he's selling. And off towards B, here we go. Victor and FNS getting closer, or is it OT?
Tawan sudah
Less.
punya.
The angle's gorgeous. The kill towards Victor. The follow-up is there. It's deserved to this point. It's going OT.
Nggak ngerti lagi aku, Cuk. Nggak ngerti lagi aku, Cuk. Ngeri,
separating these teams. Far 800-900 credits in some of these purchases. Absolutely ridiculous. Heroics from Aspas. Another outrageous blade storm kill.
How? How does he do it?
And Les as well, playing his life so effectively. FNS actually gets spotted on the spy cam. Les slips away.
Perempat final, kayak final.
All the way through B site and punishes that.
Time out lagi.
Okay, looking like glass cannons on either side, but it's Victor to really don it on towards this. Here running that.
This is the first time we're going to see Optic address mid with a potential flash play here on the defense.
Wah, PD dia langsung.
There's the flash.
Langsung nge-push, Cuk.
No one was actively working at that point towards taking space or actively holding the angle, seeing a little bit deeper towards bottom mid. So I wonder if Victor gets any reward for this.
I mean, Pankala and Sassy literally just have a crossfire set up right now. They're expecting Optic to walk mid. Because out of double doors, but with an operator, how deep does he actually push through?
Lu tukar posisi mereka enggak kan?
The owl drone just saw it. Does he get to be able to tuck in?
I don't think it saw Victor though.
No.
He's going forward.
Anjir ngindarin.
He hasn't been seen.
Nice.
Victor's got away with stealing robbery. He just
Anjir,
avoided
bisa
the
ngindarinya
owl drone.
gitu,
He's still
Cuk.
in middle, but he's being chased down. Pankada's out there as well. The hunter becomes the hunted, but he gets to slip away, and he's gone unnoted.
Bisa.
Oh my god.
Anjir.
Actually, Sadak is making his way to the spine back over here. On the other side thing,
Who's on the side?
Pankada hasn't been noted.
How's Pankada got this far? Completely unnoted. They can't rotate.
Surely he backstabs archers here. Surely.
But now though, Yay under so much scrutiny here, feeling all of that pressure coming his way.
Nice
Lex needs to win the fight, doesn't. Now they've got problems. Aspas
Aduh, Pankadanya.
takes the fight towards Victor. Now there's no anyone to help out. Crash is going to hold the site, but the two victors, they have no time. They got a plan now.
Nice.
Sadak.
Mati lu
Hand in
anjir.
hand, he just gets the spike down. That's the best he can do. Taken out by FNS now. Aspas the 1v2, the one that took them to OT.
Okay.
Has to go big again. Crash is close. The gap, he's got him.
Satu lagi.
Optic. Take the first in OT.
I mean, the swing back and forth in terms of the advantage or the favorable
Gendengnya
situations here in this
ketegang, Cuk.
round. It's just mind-boggling.
Switching sides.
Pankada wins such an important duel with Victor just ahead of this, then doubles down, but FNS and Crashies, they toe the line, and I'll be honest, if Aspas has any other gun there, he can stay on site, he can actually take a fight. Yes, he's got no armor,
Time out lagi nih. Ya
he has to
Allah.
reset away with the operator.
Rame kali time outnya ini.
What a round.
Oh, the signs go up as the timeout comes in.
Kita membut di guys, apa kita membut di guys?
Want some composure.
Kopi kanan apa? Kiri, kiri.
Get through. Regain that focus, not let it
Ini,
slip out.
ini.
Don't find any sort of mistakes. You see Chet is just on that mic. He is talking through every single thing in the forefront of their minds here. Looking like good moves though starting to hit as they do have that advantage now.
Keringat dingin anggota kita tuh lihat. Tepuk tangan.
Relap deh.
Whether or not Loud on the defense, whether or not
Yay Miko, let's go Yay Miko.
Whether or not Sadak's gonna take some space away from Optic.
Okay, habis. Time out.
Total pace shift coming back into overtime here, at least early on. Aspas back on that glass cannon. As if he's going to be tasked with holding down Tube, but not going to find anything on the other end of that. Not even Yay. Optic are stacked as 5 outside and already poising for a set piece here with the pings coming through, but there's 3 members of Loud.
Right place.
To try and hold this down, Lauren.
This is so much. Optic, that knife Oh,
It's one, and it's Yay. That's the worst person.
But now they're going to see utility committed, but as I said, they started to pull away from side. Victor trying to get towards the pillar.
Wah.
Send him back. And now it ain't done yet. Spawn another player. Less on the case.
Wah.
Down marked. I still stand for Loud.
Ring kau take.
Wah.
Loud finding the answers in the right moment. Now Yay and Crashies.
Waduh.
Way have you got a way out of this one? It's all on Crashies now. It looks destined for another go. Crashies, he's got problems left, right, center. The first challenger in front, but probably a bullet to the side of the brain feels inevitable, but he actually gets away. He's got 50 seconds to work with here.
He's actually spotted Pancada all the way at bottom mid as well.
This out. Like, he's got big info on this now.
Tons of time to play with as well.
And they're leaving B. No.
Leaving B with less down on 11 HP as well.
No.
Nyampe.
No.
Nggak bisa tiarap ya?
He's got to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's dealt with that early enough. 30 seconds.
Dia
Still
posisi
got
jongkok
30
nyangkut
seconds left.
di
All the players
bibit
back, but he's
gitu.
going to go for a mad rotation now. 20 seconds. Does he have time for this?
And actually being spotted with the Aldrons pulled Pancada off this.
Sampai dah.
Rotate.
Sampai kan ini rotate, Cuk.
A hell of a lot for anyone on the side allowed to get ahead of this, but
He could have Hunter's Fury potentially if he's able to get the plant, then one more. Look at him. Look at this. You know he's got a couple of seconds on this one. Away we go. Plant going to come down. Nothing to stop it.
Wah,
Now what do they have? Oh my
Beban
God,
masyarakat
taking
tuh.
more touch of damage. Sussy got there so
Anjir.
Itu banding ini sama
13-13.
a beautiful hold by Loud as well. Even though that's essentially a 5v3, the knife comes through, it marks Yay. Like I said, possibly the worst indicator, right? The one you'd almost expect to be posted up on flank control. Optic pop on the back of it.
Oti.
Actually, at that point,
Ngeri.
the choke point being their demise. Well, that number advantage counts for nothing.
El Clasico is delivering.
Yeah.
It really is, yo. I wasn't... and it's such a unique kind of rivalry.
Mau kemana nih
that is
mereka
purely
nih
forged
sekarang
from
nih?
just the amount of times they faced each other. Nothing outside of the game. None of that. It's purely all about the game itself. What a
Oh, gantian posisi terus ya? Nyerang, defense nyerang. Wah,
fantastic start.
Keren sekali.
Aspas again rolling it back, finding Victor, and then opening up an avenue. They're pressing this hard. They ain't gonna back away from this. One towards the stairs, one towards the top side, over by CT. Aldron doing its thing, but he's got support there. No one to close down the gap, but this is feverish. The pace! 338, the back of the brain's gonna hurt. FNS is gonna have a headache. And Crashies, Marved, and Yay left intact.
Kering sudah kering.
Keren.
That's the Blade Storm comes through, but it's Sadak to seal the deal. The Prime Gaming flawless in round 27. For Loud to go ahead. Aspas back on the glass cannon. It's Yay on the other side of it this time. Another opener here from Chu.
ya Allah.
He gets it so quickly with that updraft. It was just getting ahead of the timing. FNS as well. And you get pinged by the recon bolt, the Aldron. I'm not
Mulai
even
berbalik
sure, but
keadaan
punished on the back
yang
of
full
that.
senyum.
How Sadak and
Ikut
Aspas
lemes aku, Cuk.
any sort of comfort in that position is beyond me.
Pure chaos.
Sebenarnya sih, aku siapapun yang menang no problem ya. Aku baru pertama kali nonton VCT soalnya. Cuman temanku lemes, aku jadi ikut lemes, Cuk.
Tag towards Sassy, but
Sassy ate that, yeah.
surprised he got to keep his life down to 49. Who takes the advantage in this overall series so far? Yet to be determined. Still, chances here for Optic to close us back in, but a very patient default being toyed with Mike.
Adjustment here on the utility as well. Les has actually put a trap down towards double doors, I believe. The number of times that Optic led
Gak
back
apa,
into that mid-round split
hadiah juara 2 lumayan kok.
onto a site.
Santai aja.
The other adjustment being Aspas.
Berapa ada juara 2-nya?
Into that corner on the right side of main.
Oke ya, VCT.
Take a glance at the minimap, you're almost feeling as if Optic are leaning
Ini
this
juara
way,
2, juara
especially
1,
with the trap set here.
2, 3 udah dapat duit.
And they're going back towards this split potentially.
Aspas
Victor.
terrifies me though.
Yeah.
This guy's an absolute demon. 25 to 16. He's having a highlight game.
Victor comes away. There's going to be no secondary layer of pressure here.
How'd you get him off this angle? How'd you force him away? Gets suppressed, so he will stand and he'll fight, but that doesn't seem to really fuss him much.
Disiplin ya si Aspas ini. Jaga sana terus.
Flash and go, and Aspas is ahead of this. Oh, great work from Victor. There's still problems ahead. There's still players on the side. It's not a safe plant.
Wah,
That Garner. Oh, and it's great work. Optic so diligent. It's such pressure moments.
Masih OT, masih OT.
14-14. It's on Sadak and Les. They're gonna sway that narrative. Just one.
Juara 1 $300.000.
14-14. What a fated
Juara 1
matchup.
300.000, juara 2 150.000, juara 3 100.000.
On display. But then the concern comes to how disciplined is the site here.
100.000 itu berarti 1M dong.
The tag.
Ya, setengah.
It doesn't paint a picture. Aspas know at this point.
Juara 3 si DRX. Ini ngerebutin $300.000.
Pixel perfect.
That was so impressive.
3M dong.
4,5.
Just keeping that your mentality about you in such a high pressure situation. And Mike, I gotta ask you about this. Are you seeing this too? The double op coming out here in OT. It's both yaaa and Victor this time opting for it. This is super dangerous. Now, do they get to? Oh, the timing on this. Not making the players.
Victor's actually active.
Agresif locknya agresif.
So good for Loud. So dangerous to depend on, but once again, it's found some validity. But Carter and Sadak, the ones to find it. Let's keep it controlling towards Mill. I mean, we didn't even see the operators. They didn't even have to say. These pacey hits from Loud.
Apa ini, Cuk?
So outrageous, but so good. And now Victor, irrelevant. Surely. Still has to get past Les in middle. Who's just going to play for time. And Loud once again takes advantage.
Absolutely backhanding up.
Dibikin gini terus, Cuk.
Find another lead here in overtime. As we enter round 30. That was a curveball there. If either of those operators had found early value, could have completely changed this. I think actually Sadak lucky to escape there because I think he's spotted initially. yaaa post one blind into that poison orb and he's just out of sight.
Yeah. I found glowing glasses for you. Nice.
Roti lagi guys.
Donated them, I guess.
Tegang, Cuk.
He's off. Excuse me. Has he got?
He's going to hear the jump spot though from FNS.
I think so.
Optic back on this mid split once again.
But again, this also means that Sadak can't fall here, right? Sadak has to go. Now he has. Oh, he can't do it. FNS bests him, and suddenly there's problems. Sadak now all alone. He's got players pouring in. One to the left, two to the front. The flash takes a fair amount of it himself. He can't really play out yet. A Laban spray.
Wow.
Back to the wall. He's still and now it's all crashes. 3 players to find a spike to plant. And only 50 seconds to do something about it. Spike's down. Needs a kill and he'd get Hunter's Fury. Maybe that could be something. He's composed himself here.
Waduh.
Another spot, 3 bullets in the mag. He falls away. He needs 1 kill. That's what he's desperate for. Another attempt. He's Loud. Finally get across the line here.
Wah, lemes.
Marathon of a game, Mike.
Lemes.
Absolute brawl to the death, a slugfest back and forth. That second half.
Udah, gengs. Istirahat dulu saya, istirahat dulu. Ya, kita ketemu lagi besok, gengs. Kalau misalkan lanjut ya mau langsung nonton di VCT Indo aja, oke? Jadi selamat malam, selamat istirahat. Bye bye.